Getting ready for Bruins. Excuse me. Getting ready for Bruins. Golden Knights. Tampa Bay game coming to an end. Ready for Bruins. Golden Knights. Tampa Bay game coming to an end. Ready for Bruins. Golden Knights.
Tremendous addition.
Tampa Bay game coming to an end. Ready for Bruins. What's up, guys? Game's coming on in a second. Tampa Bay and Detroit finishing up. Tampa Bay up 6-3. They just scored an empty netter. It's a big game for Detroit. They're fighting for playoff hopes as well, if I'm not mistaken. At least last I checked. I'm pretty sure they're towards the middle of the pack in the East. I think they're just above Boston. So this is a big game. If Detroit loses and Boston wins, it should help us out big time. This is Boston's last game before the tournament starts. Yeah, so it would be big. It's good that Tampa Bay is helping us out a little right now, because Detroit and Columbus are above us. We should be able to get close to back in striking range if we can get a W today. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, if Boston wins today, they'll be tied for the last playoff spot. It's make or break time for the Bruins. Like big time make or break for the Bruins right now. Whether they're going to be buyers or sellers at the trade deadline, that's coming up quickly.
With 6 goals, the only time they had ever been shut out this season was their last trip to Detroit.
Yeah, here we go, a little extracurricular activity after the whistle. But for these two teams so far, the home team had won, so this has flipped that script. They have one more meeting later on this year. But certainly the fact that Tampa's only been shut out once this year at the hands of Detroit is pretty incredible.
Edmondson's not letting it go. He still wanted a piece of purpose as the group that's on the ice.
Come on, the game's over.
Is exiting very slowly. Edmondson still with something to say now to Nick Paul. He's got words for Asimon as well. And it looks like the linesmen finally have put a wall up between the group that's on the ice as Rasmussen being taken back to the tunnel to head down to the dressing room for Detroit as well.
Wow. Almost a fight as the Detroit game ends. So that's big. Tampa Bay helps Boston out right now. Beating up Detroit 6-3. Bruins need all the help they can get. I've been watching some tape on the Bruins. And they don't look as, man, they were horrible against the Rangers, because watching them, some of their highlights, they don't look nearly as bad as they did the other night. Maybe the other night was just a really bad performance. I'm not sure, but we're going to figure it out today.
That he is, Bob. So Dylan, first NHL game,
Come on, put the fucking Bruins on. Dylan Duke, 10th Lightning skater with a goal in his NHL debut. All right, we want to see the Bruins. Enough of the Lightning and the fucking things. See if Pasternak can keep it. He's been hot. We got Celtics Knicks tonight. We got UFC. We got all kinds of sports action tonight. We're going to definitely do the Celtics game, and hopefully we can catch the Sean Strickland Duplessis fight. It's really the only fight that I care about today. There's a couple other decent ones that are interesting a little bit, but that's really the only one I think people really care about most. Lightning, help out the Bruins, get a W against the Wings. We'll take it any way we could get it. But the Bruins figure out what they want to do with this tournament coming up and the trade deadline coming up. If they're going to be buyers or sellers, they got to really figure it out. Lightning getting hot again with the win over the Red Wings. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. (6-3) Lightning. Caught some of the end of it. Red Wings tried to get it together late, but they weren't able to. But Duke got his first goal of his career in his debut for the Lightning. The Lightning just keep getting players, man. Whoever their general manager is, Boston should fucking try and talk to him. But Bruins Knights should be coming up in a minute. The Knights are playing pretty good. Bruins played like crap the other night. Awful. Absolutely terrible. They keep saying they're going to trade Marchand. I hope not. But if they lose today, they might be selling at the deadline. They might be selling. Said they're going to drop the puck in about 8 minutes. That other game went over a little bit. So let's see who we got here. Lindholm. Supposed to be out till the 22nd for Boston. Callahan, day-to-day. Kastelik, injured reserve. He's not playing. Well, he's back today, supposedly. Oliver Wahlstrom, day-to-day right now. McAvoy's back. Raphael Lavoie and Brett Howden may play today. Still don't know. And Cole Schwint and William Collinson, as well as Tanner Pearson, should be out against Boston. This game's being played at home for the Bruins. 18-8-3 at home. Golden Knights 13-11-3 on the road. Golden Knights are 32-17-6. Bruins 27-23-6. Big game for Boston. They're all big. They really fucking blew it the other night.
Say hello and thanks for joining us. Alongside Ray Ferraro and with Emily Kaplan with us as well, I'm Mike Monaco filling in for Sean McDonough, who's under the weather. All right, here we go. The last game for both these teams before the break for the Four Nations face-off. And let's start, Ray, with Vegas. And Jack Eichel comes back home to Massachusetts, and he's put together an outstanding season.
Eichel's the centerpiece of their team. I mean, they made a huge trade with Buffalo a few years ago to bring Eichel in. He had neck surgery. They were willing to wait for the rehab for him to get right. Eichel's been everything they possibly could have asked for. He impacts the game all over the place. 5-on-5, penalty kill, and power play. A powerful, strong skater. Of course, he wants to play well back home here. Eichel's got 8 goals in his last 9 games, a career high of 82 points in the 18-19 season with Buffalo. He's just 15 points behind that at this point of the season. For a Vegas team that's really struggled this month to score, Eichel's not had that struggle.
Yeah, he's on pace for 100 points this season, well above that career high you mentioned. All right, let's spin it to Boston. Like we said, they're in the thick of this playoff hunt. They don't have much margin for error, so they've needed David Pastrnak to step up. And ever since the calendar flipped to to 2025? Boy, has he.
Yeah, I look at Eichel and Pasternak, and I think these are two players in the prime of their career. They're both 28 years old. Pasternak does it a little differently than Eichel. Such flair for the game, a style of play that just draws eyes to him. He can score in every way, in tight, one-on-one attack, a big shot that he showed off against the Rangers. Pasternak is the margin of error for the Bruins. They're not going to score a lot this year. Since 2025 rolled around, nobody has done it better than David Pasternak, and he's going to have to continue to score at this pace if the Bruins are going to climb all these other teams muddled around those last playoff spots.
He's riding a 12-game point streak, and Pasternak leads the Bruins on home ice. Bruce Cassidy back in Boston. He's behind the Vegas bench. We've got puck drop on the way.
Boston could be tied for the final playoff spot with a win here today. With the Red Wings going down to the Lightning 6-3. I watched a lot of highlights of Boston over the last few days because I'm trying to give them a shot. They don't look bad all the time. They don't look bad all the time. But the other day, they were absolutely horrible. I don't think they're as bad as everyone thinks they are. I think they have effort problems. I think they're a lot like the Celtics. At least how they looked the other night. But with a win today, they can tie with Detroit for the last playoff spot. Hopefully Swayman's in net. I don't want to see that fucking other bum in there. He was all right the other night. Corpuscello played all right. I think Swayman don't give up one of those goals. One of the three. I really think Swayman probably wins them the game the other night. Or gets them a tie. Or gets them to a shootout. Whatever the fuck they do now. Jack Eichel having a big year for Vegas. Massachusetts guy. I think he played at BU, if I'm not mistaken. If it wasn't BU, it was BC. It was one of those two. There we go. Getting ready to get started any minute. The Tampa Bay game ran over, so this game's going to start a little bit later. Should be starting any minute. Big, big game. Hope you guys are having a good day. Hope you have a great weekend. I'm having a great day and a great weekend. We got Celtics tonight. I'm going to be covering that game. We got UFC tonight. I'm going to be covering at least the last championship fight of the night, the Strickland fight. And then tomorrow we'll be covering the Super Bowl. Hopefully you guys come and hang, say hello. Please like, share, subscribe. Hit the like button. It helps me with the algorithm. Game getting ready to get started right now. Here's Bruce Cassidy, the former Bruins coach, talking to the Golden Knights.
We got Whitey and we got Sam in the net today.
Jack Eichel gets the start. Mark Messier raised his 5 of 6 Stanley Cups in the city of Boston, 1990. Game 5, you had an assist as well.
Well, 85, 87. Some pretty good years for at 90. Sorry,
That's what I'm saying. That was your 56.
Yeah.
I'll take care of the facts, Messier.
Yes, you take care of the facts there, but a lot of history with Boston, the old Garden.
Yeah. But how about the Bruins now? The situation they're in.
Well, they are what the record says they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You look at the Boston record, they're 24th in the league against goals. hockey team. Can they find a way to get themselves at least 10 games over 500 in order to make themselves an opportunity to make the playoffs? It's going to be a hard stretch coming down when everybody, and that's all packed in that Eastern Conference, is going to be the couple that make that wild card spot.
It's very, very difficult to pick. I think there's a lot of hockey left, but a lot of these teams, like Boston for me, what's their offensive identity?
Like New York, Boston.
Yeah, like that's it. It's Pasternak. Like what?
Well, Marchand's not a bad hockey player.
No, Marchand's great too. They got some pieces there, but I just see a lot of the same type of players. I don't see that mix working long term.
That's what I said the other
The
night.
Bruins, if they win, are suddenly a wild card team again. And Detroit, we out.
Yeah.
That's how it works in the East, Michael.
Playing at the Garden today.
Here on ABC as we welcome you to TD Garden. Time for our Honda starting goaltenders, and we start with Ilya Samsonov, the 27.
Please tell me Swayman's playing.
In his first year with Vegas.
Aiden Hill not exactly overworked the last couple of games, just 29 shots on goal. Samsonov 1-3-1 in his last 5 games. You got to look at this in the big picture, though, Mike. Samsonov's got a player. He's going to go about 3 weeks between starts. Jeremy Swayman, of course, will get the ball for the Bruins. He too will be headed to the Four Nations.
Come on, Swayman.
Brilliant here against the Rangers.
Need a big game tonight.
Swayman is going to have to be rock
Swayman's
solid
starting to heat up.
if the Bruins are going to get in. The guys are just talking about it.
Should have played him the other night. They probably would have won.
For a reason. It's a team that goes up and down with not much.
Here we go.
60 points.
Bruins with a win. Take the last spot in the East.
And away we go. You heard Jack Eichel getting the start for Bruce Cassidy in the Vegas Road dressing room here in Boston, and the lines and pairs filtered through on the bottom of your screen. Vegas is still without all-around center William Karlsson. A couple of weeks ago, landed on IR with a lower body injury. Raphael Lavoie draws in today for Alex Holtz, and for Boston, Oliver Wahlstrom draws back in. He replaces Justin Brazo. Shot from the outside, skittered down, then hold fitted on the short side, and handled there by Samsonov as White Cloud banks it up the wall in the direction of the Vegas captain, Mark Stone, who turned it over in the direction of
Come on, Boston.
and then tangled with Stone.
Vegas making a line change.
Scuffling in the last month. 4-8-3
For the Bruins.
15 games. A stretch that started January 9th. The second worst in the NHL in that time. Out in a shot.
Oh,
By Swain.
good save.
Here with Stone. Kept it alive. And that comes in from newcomer Brandon Saad in his full game after
Gotta get it out.
termination of his contract.
There you go.
And this one goes
It's going to be an icing on Boston.
Shea Theodore icing his way off.
Oh, they waved it.
Couple of teams interested in him. He chose to come to Vegas, and it's dropped under the line with Mark Stone right away.
Oh, trouble.
Swept it wide. By the way, Victor Olofsson has gone away from the bench area. He got hit, looked like in the throat with the puck, so 2 minutes in, and Olofsson has stepped away from the BPK bench.
Yeah, first shot of the game, the Bruins, a shot from the point, it got deflected up into his throat area. He turned around, grabbed that area right away, and then gone right to the locker room.
Should be an icing.
Here's that, who had signed a one-year deal.
Swayman plays the puck.
Goals for Bruce Cassidy and company.
Callahan comes out of his own end for Boston.
Wednesday at the Rangers suffered a 3-2 loss after they had beat the Rangers here last Saturday in Boston. So we get an
Icing on Vegas.
Check in on what you spotted with Victor Olofsson.
As the Bruins had the puck in the zone, the first play of the game, Barbashev's going to deflect this shot from Elias Lindholm, and it catches him, as you see, right in the throat area. He grabs his throat immediately, turns to his right, and goes right down the tunnel with the
unlucky.
Vegas athletic therapist, Bruce Cassidy, down to 11 forwards, and we'll hope that Victor Olofsson's okay.
Lavoie tumbled and then regained his footing along the edge, but kept alive there by Mason Lohrei for his full season with the Bruins.
Get it back in.
Logo and Oliver Wahlstrom sends it indeed with Trent Frederick in pursuit, tangling there with 6'6" Nick Hague. Scooped up on the back end, and Alex Pietrangelo through center, out of the reach for Tomas Hertl, second on the team in goals. Through center, banked ahead with the Bruins.
Get it in. There you go.
Shoveled in by
Chase it down.
Drives off for a change. Jonas Rondger, fourth line winger from
Ooh, referee just got demolished.
on the edge with one of the linesmen.
Slow to his feet, but looks like he's okay. Just went by, says, no, I'm good.
That's good to see. Castellic fired
Oh,
off.
can't keep it in. Come on, Boston.
Who will re-trigger it back in. Gets cut off partially by Samsonov for Vegas. There's no Hannafin. He turns it over.
Come on, Coyle.
And then Hannafin nudged it away from Lindholm. And a homecoming for Noah Hannafin as well.
Look at Marchand. He's open. Yeah! Brad Marchand. I don't want to get a copyright strike for the music. Brad Marchand wide open. Good job by the Bruins keeping the puck in the zone. Marchand digs it out of the back. They make a bad pass trying to clear it. Marchand goes to the far side of the net. Nice pass. I think that was 91, I believe. I didn't get a name on the jersey. Brad Marchand. Big goal. What up, 50 Cal? We're covering hockey right now, buddy. Brad Marchand, 14th season with 20-plus goals. My favorite player. One of my all-time favorites.
The struggle is for Noah Hannafin. They have juggled their deep pairs over these last 4 games. Trying to
Good stop for Boston.
And his miscue sets up the Boston goal. They've only got 29 shots in the last jersey. It's only 3-1. A lot different score. However, they were never really in danger. This jersey had nothing offensive.
Look up. There you go.
Sacco tried to drag through, but he got cut off by the reliable Braden McNabb. Got 15 shots and 14.
Bruins look good early.
That's it. Allowed by Vegas the last couple of games.
Knock on wood.
But the early one here.
Icing claw on Vegas.
Vegas has scored the first goal 7 of the last 8 games. And we're going to get to Noah Hannafin turn this puck over once. And as the puck goes behind the net, Hannafin thinks he's got a winger.
Nice. The Weasel.
To be a pass right to Zadorov. And then
That's easy money for him.
around the back of the net. That leaves that backside wide open.
Shoot it.
Brad Marchand says thank you, and it's 1-0 Boston.
Oh, you got to get back, Boston.
3-17.
Here comes Vegas.
The lone assist to
They
Nikita.
dump it in from the center line. Boston beats him to the puck. Clear the zone.
Shoveled ahead by Morgan Keith, just past Alex Petrangelo. They did make the Team Canada team for the Four Nations.
Oh, boy, Boston defenseman lost it. Vegas turns it over. Boston clears the puck. Got to get a line change. Here's Vegas. Nice save, Swayman. Bruins clear the puck.
Into the Bruins bench.
Got a whistle.
5 minutes in with Bruce Cassidy in year 3 with Vegas. Of course, after he was fired with the Bruins in June of 2022 after 6 years, hired 8 days later by the VGK.
That was a pretty quick turnaround for Cassidy, and always a pretty calm presence with us as he talks about his team. And he said,
Should have never got rid of Cassidy.
He said it's starting to get right. We look like we're going in the right direction. They played those 2 games that we've talked about where they were airtight. The last couple on the road here. The real issue for them is they just have not been able to
Ronnie.
score very much. But
Bruins up 1-0.
it seemed, Mike, like
Brad Marchand, 20th goal of the season.
His chances, a lot of goal posts, a couple of goals called.
Bruins gain the blue line.
He felt like they were real close to playing very, very well.
Jumped out.
Yeah, doesn't have to look back too far to when they were scoring. They got up to a
Bruins take control over the blue line.
scoring in their shooting percentage. And as
Vegas steals the puck.
they have the best record in the NHL.
Tough to win when you don't score, and
They dump it in back of the Bruins goal.
for them.
Here come the Bruins trying to work that out. McAvoy
That's a lot of guys that have been quiet.
dumps it to the corner. Bruins get it. They get it out to the point. Shot wide.
From Mason Laura. Star got checked by Johnny Beecher. Stripped by Kepke on the reach.
Come on, Kepke.
First year Bruins stretches wide, lifts the shot well high and wide and deflected up and out of play. Joe Sacco, meanwhile, the interim head coach, former Avalanche head coach.
1-0 Bruins, 14:03 to play in the first period. Goal by Brad Marchand. Early in the first, puts Boston up 1-0.
Gets his opportunity, and the Bruins are a team under Sackler that has played pretty well yet.
Bruins win today. They are the 8th place team in the conference, with the Detroit loss to Tampa Bay.
Fair enough to outscore those problems, and for Sackler, it's a pretty fine line to walk.
Forward indeed. The Bruins work at the line with McAvoy.
Ooh,
He's been red hot since coming back from both these injuries
keep it in.
and becoming a
Boston keeps it in.
the high slot.
Nice pass. Marchand misses one. Looking for a second already.
The goals in his return.
Oh, what a save.
With Boyle Park net front. Good stick to knock it down by Eichel.
Vegas steals the puck.
The wickets, and Eichel's off to the races. Eichel with a shot. Handled away by
Nice
Swayman.
job by Swayman on a shot from Michael.
Delivers it back to Jack Eichel. He's serving.
Eichel's been hot,
7 points, top
having a very good year.
this year. Got stripped, but had some
8 goals in his last 9 games.
beat out Loride, who tapped his
Boston steals the puck from him behind the net. Boston's going to get a change.
Gets a little turnover, and he's gone
Vegas as well.
on the transition rush and forces Swayman into a nice little stop.
And out here is Pasternak.
Come on, Pasta.
28 goals, tied for 7th in the NHL. Pasternak fights for it in the corner on this top line for the Bruins. It's Sackett
Oh, nice save by the
from the circle.
Knights
Samsonov
goalie.
made the save.
The last time Ilya Samsonov was in goal in this arena, David Pasternak beat him in overtime when he was with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Just getting his feet wet this afternoon, Brad Marchand beats him. It's 1-0 Boston.
Boston looks a lot better so far than they did against the Rangers. So far, so good. Knock on wood. I've been watching a lot of highlights of them lately, man. They're not... That Rangers game, they just... I don't know if they were tired on a back-to-back. 2 games and 2 nights. But I've been watching some highlights of them. They're not as bad as I thought they were after watching that last game. I mean, they're not great. But the other night made them really look bad. I watched the game against the Wild, the replay of it. They played a good game. I watched them play the Avalanche. Not a bad game. They're a playoff team if they show up to play. There's no reason this team should not make the playoffs. But they got to show up, and they got to forecheck, and they got to go after the puck, dump it in, bang on the boards, get in front of the goal. You know, they got to find ways to score. I'd like to see them do something with maybe another center or a defenseman. If they win today, they might make a move and try and pick up a few players. If they lose, they might sell. Edmonton keeps calling. I read an article today. They want Brad Marchand bad. I'd hate to see Boston get rid of him. It would kill our season. But it is what it is. Fuck you too. Fuck you, douchebag. Suck a dick up till you hiccup. Who the fuck are you? Camel jockey motherfucker.
Eyes to the area. 2017, he told me over the summers he started training at the Bruins practice facility, skating with Patrice Bergeron and Brad Marchand. He said
Vegas dumps the puck in behind the net. Everyone fighting for the puck. Bruins kick it out. Vegas keeps it in. Oh, good transition. Here we go. Oh, what a save. Wow.
Unbelievable save by Samsonov.
Crazy.
Everyone in the building, especially me, thinks he's shooting.
Pasternak.
Drags it around McNabb. Geeky
To
wants to go
Geeky,
off
what
the
a save.
Samsonov is
Samsonov just robbed him.
Gets his
Glove save on his belly.
Geeky doesn't quite get it all the way to the top of
Holy
the net. This
shit.
is a brilliant effort
What a save by Samsonov.
Geeky says sometimes Pasta surprises him with the way he can pass the puck. You got to be ready. The puck comes across. He just didn't execute the shot.
And maybe everyone else thinking shot from Pasternak is right.
Suck my dick.
And a robbery from Samsonov.
Camel jockey.
Along the line and broken up there by Oliver Walston. Puck skitters in behind. It is Pavel Dorofeev with the team high 22 goals, but he got checked by Matt Patrick. And working
Oh. Get it out, Charlie.
in the Bruins corral in the corner. And
Go, look up. There you go.
Up ahead for Walston. Tried to jam it by Whitecloud, who squeezed him off the puck. Tipped around by Hannafin, and LeBlanc sends it out for Hurdle.
Here comes Vegas with numbers.
Got it wide, spinning away. Here's the Russian winger, Dorofeev. Slips it down and then broken up. And it lands up and out of play off of Carlo.
Go fuck yourself. How about that, Camel Jockey? How about that? Suck a dick up till you hiccup.
Trying to make it a third win in 4 games, heading into the 2-week break for the Four Nations face-off. Face-off controlled here by Vegas. Worked the line for Hayes. Filtered down into the corner. And a return feed from Eichel. Trapped it in front.
Oh, nice save, Swayman.
Williams off to Charlie Coyle. Eichel with the back check on Coyle, but Marchand comes to the rescue through neutral ice.
Come on, Monty.
Lindholm couldn't contain it.
Good forecheck by the Bruins. Ooh. Come on, Coyle. There you go. Oh. Nice job by the Vegas defense. Swayman grabs the puck and ices it. Be a face-off in the Boston end.
Lindholm was signed in the offseason from Vancouver to a 7-year extension. He's had a slow start offensively, but a really good player. A real solid 200-foot player. And they need more offense from him, though. Like 40 to 50 points isn't going to get it done. And Marchand, we've talked about, has got 20 goals again, but they put these 3 veterans together. They need him to hit, Mike. They need him to be a line.
42-point pace. That's it for Elias Lindholm, and that would be his fewest since 9 years ago. Nick Law got tossed out, so Beecher wins it against Keegan Kolasar back into the corner. But Ronbier got to it for Vegas, and now Kolasar with a career high 10 goals this year.
Oh, get out on the point.
McNabb from Theodore, and that one wraps off of Castellet up and out of play.
You're up, Ray Ray.
It's a good block for Mark Castellic back in the lineup. He was injured in an altercation with Lillieberg from
Bruins lead 1-0. 10:40 to go in the first on a Brad Marchand goal early in the period.
Linus Ullmark trade. Kind of fits the Bruin mold, right? Like big and strong, a hefty fourth liner. He's physical, and they're trying to build.
Come on, Castellet.
Culture again after all of the retirements they've had over the last few years, and from Chara to Bergeron to Krejci, it's just not the same.
Bruins look a lot better than the other night. Good forecheck. Winning some face-offs. Much better first period than they played against the Rangers.
Near the deadline, or whether they have to look to the future, and it's a delicate dance.
As some of you asked Joe Sacco about pregame, he said he doesn't talk to guys individually about it, but he
Here comes Boston.
that is something that does get addressed team-wide, big picture.
They jump it in. They're going to get a line change.
The first here in Boston with the Bruins leading on a Brad Marchand goal. Brandon Sack turned it around, tried to keep it away from Geeky, harassing him, giving away.
Look up. There you go.
Off the stick of Hannafin with Pasternak lurking in behind. Pasternak
Oh, he lost his sight.
Hannafin got it away past Howden.
Pasternak just lost a beautiful opportunity. McAvoy gets it out of the Boston end.
His last 11 games, centering the top line. Laura chipped it ahead. Good stick from Petrangelo, who goes back to Nick.
Come on, Pasta.
Pasternak buzzing, throwing pressure in on the forecheck.
Good forecheck. Oh,
Petrangelo, but
Vegas clears.
Anyway.
Here comes Vegas.
Over the line. He lost the handle to
Stolen by Boston.
back on it for the Bruins to swat it up the railing.
They get it out of their end. Gonna make a line change. Pasternak. Ooh, another save, Samsonov.
At the last moment.
Man, Bruins could be up 2 or 3 nothing. Samsonov's bailing them out. Bruins lead 1-0 on a goal from Brad Marchand. Samsonov's made 2 saves that should have cost Vegas 2 goals. I'll take it, though. Good stop for Boston. Later, fucko. Boston can take the number 8 seed with a win today after Detroit lost. Tampa Bay helped us out, believe it or not. Marchand, 14th consecutive game with 14th consecutive season with 20 goals or more. Pretty phenomenal for a little guy. Of course you can, Ray. I'll link up with you, man. As long as you're not a fucking serial killer, I'll meet you out in public somewhere. Get a beer or fucking get a bite to eat or something somewhere if you want. Sounds good to me, dude. That'd be awesome. Maybe we could talk some shit. We do a podcast together or something if you want to do.
3 players on Team Canada and 2 on Team USA, including Noah Hannafin, Emily.
Yeah, Bill Guerin, the GM of Team USA, told me Hannafin had one of the best reactions when he found out he made the team.
All you got to do is email me at nateslivetalk@yahoo.com. nateslivetalk@yahoo.com. Anyone else wants to talk sports or anything else, ever wants to do a podcast with me, you got a story to tell, hit me up, nateslivetalk@yahoo.com. Face off in the Vegas end.
That might be out of my range.
You guys will be up there and here in Boston as well for the Four Nations face-off, which gets going on Wednesday. Face-off in the ozone for the Bruins.
It'll be really interesting next Saturday night when Canada and the U.S. play in Montreal, and all these players, you saw the 3 Canadians and 2 Americans on Vegas, and they'll be playing head-to-head in what will be an electric atmosphere.
And Marchand getting cheered in Montreal. What a concept.
Maybe, perhaps. That's going to be hard.
Bruins got to get the puck out of their own end.
Filters it in behind for Eichel back to the line. McNabb
Trouble.
did. Theodore the adjustment. Dancing out high midpoint with a wrister. Didn't get through.
Good job by the Bruins D.
He's out to the races. 3-on-2 with Marchand. He gets broken up by Shea Theodore.
Come on, Marcy.
LeBlanc steps to
Hey.
And Raphael LeBlanc is 14.
Here comes Vegas through the neutral zone. Dumping into the Boston end.
Here's Callahan in his 8th career game. Lost 3 teeth when he took a puck to the face here last Saturday against the Rangers, and still has a couple of dental procedures that he needs done during the layoff for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we talked to a lot of people that are going somewhere warm.
Oh, Boston turns it over
He's just going to
in their own end.
tried to work it back.
Oh, and Vegas loses it. Here we go. A race to the puck down the Vegas end. Boston keeps it in.
Here is Zaka. Pulls up on the half wall.
Oh, blocked by the Vegas defense.
In the slot. Lorai a step. Still with it. Centered it. With some traffic in front. McAvoy tacked it along for Zaka. Out high.
Hey, turnover. Here comes Vegas. They lost the puck. Regain it. Should have been an offsides. No call. Save Swayman.
Petrangelo on the back penalty.
Another save Swayman.
Swayman. Outlet it ahead. Pasternak lurking. Pasternak moving in with a shot.
Oh,
Samsonov made the adjustment.
Pasternak almost put one home.
It's such a hard player to to deny the shot at the net. It looked like there was no room, and Pasternak still ends up with a really dangerous chance.
His creativity. You mentioned he can do it in so many ways.
Vegas dumps the puck in.
Sometimes surprised at some of the passes he gets from David Pasternak.
Boston trying to get it out of their own end.
Behind by Colasar. Hurdle work pass. Dorothea drags. Pirouettes. Dancing in the corner. Still with it. Dorothea trying to work it net front for Hurdle. And then loose in behind.
Fighting behind the net with the puck.
Passing in. Dangerous tight quarter passing from the Bruins. Trying to evacuate the zone.
Bruins end up with the puck and clear it.
Able to guide it out to center. Wallstrom comes flying in to deliver a check. Right in front of
There you go. Switch him up. We got to fight. We got to fight. Yeah, kick his fucking ass, Frederick. Fuck him. 2 fights. 3 fights.
It was all wrapped up with Wallstrom, who's now going with Colasar.
Kick his fucking ass.
And the Bruins bench loves it from Oliver Wallstrom and the energy he just...
All right, at least they're showing a pulse. At least they're fucking fighting.
Wallstrom ends up in the penalty box. His stick's right here. This over at some point. But as the players started to get involved here right in front of me, you see Wallstrom took a run at Dorofeev, who didn't like that. So they end up back together. Colasar's kind of minding the store here, and he's like, okay, enough.
Oh, fuck you. You ain't putting your hands all over my face.
As Colonel and Frederick start wrestling around, these
Ooh.
out at center ice.
He hit him with a nice uppercut.
Against a pretty tough character in Colasar. The officials will sort if there's anything extra or just a couple of roughing penalties and a fighting penalty. Although there's 2 Vegas guys in there and just 1 Bruins at this point.
Yeah, just Wallstrom, and then you got Dorofeev and Colasar in for Vegas.
I love a good hockey fight. What up, SoCal?
Getting explanations.
Got 2 guys in the fucking pen for Vegas.
Frederick here,
1 for the Bruins. Bruins might have a power play.
You're not going to fight me.
Marchand stirring the shit.
Mark Schuchik comes across and says, hey, Trent, you're in the wrong
Vegas 16,
penalty box.
Boston 11, both have 2 minutes each for roughing. Boston 71, Vegas 65, 5 minutes each for fighting.
So, both teams with two guys in the box.
Numbers powered by the SAP Coaching Insights app, and for Joe Sacco and Bruce Cassidy, they know this. Vegas has taken and drawn.
6:36 to go in the first period. Boston up 1-0 on the Brad Marchand goal.
That's surprising. Not that it's Vegas and Boston, but in most cases, you'll see the penalties for teams taken and earned pretty similar. Like, you won't see somebody with 50 more power plays than another team. It's just the way it is. So the Bruins, who have they got a lot of stuff going on in their games. Vegas, not so much. Vegas just the thing that stands out to me is that they don't take very many penalties. You don't stress your defense and your goalies when you're not shorthanded very much.
So, go 5-on-5 with 6:36 to go here in the first, and the Bruins up 1-0. Face-off controlled by Charlie Coyle for Boston, and worked ahead by Brad Marchand. Samsonov guides it up.
Go, Coyle.
To Charlie Coyle. Send it back to
Ooh.
pokes it down, and it's worked out low circle.
Shoot it.
By McAvoy with a shot.
Oh, nice save.
Still loose in front of Samsonov.
Shoot it. Oh, another nice save.
Man to stop on Lindholm. A drive to goal.
Yeah! Goal! Lindholm, I think. Way to shoot the fucking puck. Zaborov with the goal. Boston leads 2-0. About time. I watched them against the Rangers the other night. They didn't shoot the puck at all. Just peppering Vegas's goalie. He made 5 saves in a row. Big slap shot as the puck trickles out off a rebound. Nice job by Coyle and Lindholm and Marchand to keep digging in front of the net and getting in the goalie's vision. I played a lot of roller hockey and street hockey and pond hockey. I didn't play organized hockey. Zadorov, third goal of the season. Be good to see him get going. Boston up 2-0. 6:06 to play in the first.
2-0 with that second line for Boston continuing to have a strong first.
Here comes Vegas, 3-on-2.
Carried in by Rockbeer, got forced to the wall by Kastelic with the first line out there for Joe Sacco. Howden moved it back for Petrangelo, looking for a lane. Wide of Swayman, bounces out into the circle. Kepke nudges it out to the line and it's swept along by Kastelic. Beecher swats it back. He works his way in.
Oh, penalty.
They tangle and a penalty coming.
Against Boston? No, it's got to be on Vegas. Beecher got taken out.
Step past Petrangelo. He's looking for an explanation, but he's going to go, and Joe Sacco can't believe it.
It's on board.
Number 19.
How? He got taken out.
Sacco and Beecher can't believe it.
Awful call.
The Bruins have 2-0 lead on Brad Marchand's 20th and Nikita Zadorov's third. But Vegas will have a chance to get on the board.
Beecher got taken out. What the fuck was that? Boston up 2-0. Vegas going to go on a power play. I think there's about 5 minutes left in the first period. Fucking Bruins look all right today. It's crazy. Watching them is like watching the Celtics. Luckily, the Celtics won a championship last year. But you never know what you're going to fucking get. They could look like Stanley Cup champions 1 minute. Like they don't even belong in the pros. It's maddening to watch. Good to see how they're playing today, though. Taking shots, get in front of the net, get in front of the goalie. You got to shoot the puck. You want to score goals, right? You got to shoot it. Can't score if you're not shooting. And you can't score if you're on defense. So I like how they look today, man. Very, very promising. I don't know what happened against New York the other night. I think they were tired from playing back-to-back. But there was no excuse for the way they lost that game.
Dawson here with Bruce Cassidy. You lost Victor Olofsson on his first shift. How does that affect the rest of your group right now?
Well, we played a lot of this trip. We had a guy here who got ill, so we're used to going to 11 forwards. That's manageable now when you get some guys in the box now. The fighting major uses a right winger. That's less than stellar for the team for sure. So we'll get through it.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you.
Yeah, shorthanded. You got Olofsson out after just that first shift. You got 2 more forwards in the box for Vegas. You got a crowd in there for the Bruins with Beecher in there, the latest for his trip, and it sets up this Vegas power play.
And lots of room on the Vegas bench. Guys are spread out.
Boston leads 5:30 to go. Victor left the game after his first shift for Vegas. I hope he's okay. Nasty. What happened to him? Vegas on the power play.
To Theodore, and here is Eichel with that vision, with all those setups on the man advantage. Hurdle shot.
Get it out.
Spot off the delivery from Stone. The Bruins hang with it, work it to the line.
Oh, no.
Good stick from Hurdle. Now Eichel.
Bad turnover by Boston.
Eichel still with it. Chelmsford native works it back for Theodore. A return feed, Jack Eichel. First 30 seconds. Down low, Stone.
Got to get it out.
Stone slips it out for Theodore. Off the stick of Zaka. Got all the way through. Saad bumps it back for Theodore. Arrested.
Oh, he hit a post and it went in.
Mark Stone was in front.
Fuck.
Shea Theodore with the shot. Stone the tip. And Vegas gets on the board with a power play goal.
Look what I found.
The power play goal aided by a clear that does not get out of the zone. It puts the Bruins penalty killers back on their heels. Plenty of time for Zadorov to clear this.
Bad clear.
Out of the air by Hurdle, and it hits Lindholm in the pants. Now Vegas doesn't have to go back down the ice to they get to control the puck. Theodore's shot is a quick wrist traffic. Stone 61 sticks out the
hit
blade
his
of
fucking stick.
and deflects it in for Stone. It's just second goal in his last 14 games, and that Vegas power play continues to roll. And it's now 2-1.
The captain, who has enjoyed the highest point-producing rate of his career.
Might be an icing here. No icing.
5 to go. They're in the first in Boston.
Bruins.
Patra won the puck back for the Bruins. Lorai off a stick, didn't get all the way through. Down in the circle for Geeky, fed it back.
Shoot it.
Fed it off for Pete. Good shot in the
Nice save.
Samsonov.
Samsonov saving them.
That one's going to sting for the Bruins here. They'd had a really good first period. They take an offensive zone.
That did hurt.
To Johnny Beecher. They have a chance to clear the puck. They don't. And then the puck ends up in the back of their net shortly thereafter on the...
Awful deflection for a goal.
Sacco was talking to us prior to the game. We were talking about that thin margin of error that the Bruins have. And you got a 2-goal lead. You'd like to get into this period up 2. Now they've given one back. And Vegas has got a little momentum here late in the first period.
And still 4+ minutes to
Turnover
go.
Boston. Here comes Vegas.
For Vegas. Pulls up, swoops back to the line, drops it off, cutting in. Theodore, shot turned aside by Swayman.
Nice save, Swayman.
Dug out of the slot by Patra. Carried out to the logo. But
Patra, give the puck up. Nice hit, Zadorov.
Bench from Zadorov on Romberg.
Then he stepped right into Romberg, and now they slowly get separated.
Carries in over the line for the Golden Knights. Hurdle with a shot that flies high. Comes down.
Here come the Knights again.
Works it back around for Hurdle. Forced off the puck. Below the goal line of the Bruins. Approaching 3.5 to go in the first. A whistle stops play, and we've got penalty coming behind the play.
It's going to be a Bruins penalty again.
Bruins another penalty? Come on. What the fuck? I think it was Brandon Carlo. Fucking finally play a good first period, and you're going to cough up the lead. Yup, Brandon Carlo.
Get a load. Lindholm's going to escape.
Interference.
Carlo gets his arm, elbow up into the nose of Barbashev. The official standing 3 feet away, and it makes the
Stupid.
2 penalties that really don't impact much of the play, and they send the Bruins
Fucking
back on
stupid.
their heels. This is a big kill late in the first period.
Roughing.
With Wallstrom still sitting in there after his
Another
7th
power
career
play for
fight as well.
Vegas.
And a huge power play for Vegas. They win the draw. Back to Theodore, dancing away from Boyle. Fed along for Dorothea. He surveys from the half wall, back onto this top unit. Saad was out there on the first one. Hurdle in behind, feeds Eichel.
Here's Eichel.
Eichel along the wall. On that 100-point pace this season. Eichel working out for Hurdle, who got
Go, Marcy, go.
Marchand.
Man, they like that bumper play. That's 3 or 4 times they've tried it already. It goes
Good hustle, Marchand.
into the bumper where Eichel
Gonna kill the penalty by himself.
to a spot.
And Hurdle sends this one rink wide, and now Eichel carries in. Harassed by Marchand. Seam pass for Stone. Back out high, it's Theodore. Along the left point, connecting with Eichel.
1:15 on the power play.
Theodore Arister.
Get it up. Good job, Boston. Back on the Vegas power play.
Even with all the skill that most power plays have, the best approach oftentimes is a pretty simple, straightforward one. Vegas likes to get that back to Theodore, walk the line, and let him shoot it for tips and rebounds, and clearly very effective.
He's been one of the top
Fighting in back of the
in the NHL this
net.
year. With fresh legs on.
Boston clears the puck again.
Another clear.
40 seconds left. Petrangelo back to grab the puck.
Pass couldn't connect with Brandon Saad, and so it's an icing whistle with 2:06 to go in the period. Hey, tomorrow, 2 more games across the... One of them you can watch on NHL Network, 1 o'clock. It's the Lightning at Montreal. Speaking of Montreal, the
Gonna be an icing
begins Wednesday on
face-off
TNT,
down the Vegas end.
Canada, Sweden, and then over on ESPN Thursday, the U.S. against Finland. Face-off controlled by the Bruins. A shot does not get through from Callahan cleanly.
And Vegas collects with Alex Pietrangelo as we hit 2 to go in the first. Barbashev carried in a pass for Saad, got broken up by Andrew.
Nice job. 20 seconds left on the power play for Vegas.
He's got to move it. He wants that puck to move quicker on the entry.
Hannafin out of his own end for Vegas.
On entries
To Saad.
this second
Over to Lavoie.
for Vegas, and really a third as LeBlanc.
Boston with numbers.
The last couple of seconds tick.
3 on 2.
Goes out of the box with the Bruins on the move. Steered around by Johnny Beecher. Lori back toward the net. And Beecher gets to it at the half wall.
Keep it in.
To that Bruins penalty kill. That was a pretty critical one here in the first period. No shots allowed.
To preserve momentum.
Vegas.
Carried ahead.
Back the other way.
Beer cutting in. Got it to LeBlanc.
Oh, nice save.
Softly at Swayman.
Nice job by Swayman. Lavoie, nice backhand
The Bruins
shot.
come out of the gate quickly here. They get the 2 goals, and 3 goals is kind of a pretty big night for
What up,
them
Mark?
offensively. Is the guy
2-1. Boston leads both teams with 11 shots. Minute 9 to go in the first period.
back to their benches. But the other night in New York, they
Face off in the
Bruins were
Boston end.
position to look for that 3rd goal, really a critical goal in almost any NHL game, and they give up a shorthanded goal in the 3rd period, and they don't recover from it. So now here they are, and Vegas is really good at shutting teams down. They just gave up 10 shots to Jersey in the first 2 periods.
Vegas
The other
wins
night,
the
they'll
faceoff.
fight for more offense, get a 3rd goal somewhere along the line.
Puck behind the net. Try a wraparound. Boston clears.
Ships it out.
They can't get it out though.
Dorothea darts in. And
Nice job.
good play there by Morgan Geeky for the
Geeky
Bruins.
with the steal.
It's down to 50 seconds remaining here in the first. That's why you mentioned that first goal for the Bruins, and then 2 of them being so important.
Chasing Vegas is not a good way to go.
Back up.
Here we go. You got numbers. Here comes Boston.
Geeky for Pasternak moving in. Back for
Oh, wide open net. Geeky couldn't find it.
Pasternak retrieves it. Filters it back to the line. Carlos
Shoot it.
swings it around. Zadorov into the corner. Pasternak steps to it. Pasternak wraps it around.
Oh, he missed him.
Past Zadorov. And now tapped ahead by Dorothea.
Bummer. Boston missed an opportunity there.
Stick down, you're going to get a lot of chances. What a creative player.
Part of the reason why Geeky's got 16 this season. And the Bruins will carry a 2-1 lead into the
Not a bad fast first period. 2-1 Boston. End of the first.
With Mark Messier and PK Subban, here's John Butchergrass.
Thank you, Mike. Emily's going to talk with Brad Marchand. Another 20-goal season for him. Mark Stone chipping in as well. His great hands around the net. Brad Marchand, Hall of Famer. Would you have your vote?
In my opinion,
Tremendous hockey player. I would. He's trending that way. Trending.
It's okay.
yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
We're trying to make
You're
it
good.
gentler,
You're okay.
softer.
You're okay. As long as you don't call him Jack Ice.
Much more to come on Alexa's first intermission report.
Come on, Carter. So you don't have him on skates yet, huh?
He's only 6 months old.
I guess hockey's not really his thing. Come on, buddy. Get it, get it, get it. Should probably start saving for college. Ah, good job.
It all started with a small business idea.
It's a pillow with a speaker in it.
That's right, Craig.
Pulling in the perfect team to get the job done. I'm just here for the internet. AT&T, it's super fast.
You locked us out?
And when we were thrown a curveball, we had everything we needed. Is your internet out? Don't worry, we have AT&T internet backup. The next level network for small business.
I sold a pillow.
Thanks for walking us through the plan.
You guys heading north soon?
Yeah, got Lizzie for a couple weeks this summer.
Taking her fishing, I hope. That's the plan. Doors. Connect us to what's important.
Excited, sweetie?
The dedicated dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors. Backed by a team of specialists, your advisor helps you build a personalized, tax-smart investment strategy, identifying opportunities across your entire portfolio. And when life surprises you, your plan can change too. Because doors were meant to be opened.
A real meal deserves a real dessert, like the DQ $7 meal deal. With a cheeseburger or 3-piece chicken strips, full-size fries, and a sundae. You get an honest-to-goodness full meal, all for just $7 at DQ.
Rock, paper, scissors for who's on dinner duty?
Nice try.
I'll get it.
Need some help? Easy weeknight dinners. I heard some things you said to someone.
Time out. That's a lie. One of these women is being deceitful.
Did anybody have a conversation?
This is the biggest gamble of my life. It makes me question who's here for the right reason.
New Tuesday.
What is that? You cut off her tongue.
John Shelley got 20 years for doing this to his prom date. Pulaski knows him.
John, stay where you are. Stop right there or I'll shoot.
New York Trek. Tuesday on ABC.
Feel the love. Celebrate the joy. And experience the majesty. Pride Rock is calling. Visit The Lion King on Broadway today.
What does it take to be the most watched newscast in America?
You're part of an operation. Is this our combat operation center? Militants came in from different directions. Nuclear reactors.
So you have a couple loaded and ready to go.
We've got a home right here, engulfed in flames. The scene here, apocalyptic. How important it made to USA. Great work. I appreciate you. Thank you. Ismail? David. I'm David Muir. I know you are. You watch you every night.
ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
ABC 7 celebrates the Year of the Snake. Watch stories of history, culture, and community on Channel 7 Eyewitness News and ABC7NewYork.com. Plus, don't miss the Lunar New Year Parade February 16th at 1 p.m. Stream on ABC7 New York.
Come and get me!
Welcome to the Lexus First Intermission Report.
I think some of my favorite memories that I've had in hockey have been wearing a USA hockey jersey.
It's the biggest honor you have as a player, playing for your country, representing every kid that has always dreamed of playing at that level.
I love you, Brian. First shot.
I enjoy being able to compete with him and against him in practice, but it'll be really cool to face off against him and be able to share that experience.
It's time to turn things up a notch. Huge hit from Marchand.
Can't wait to take a run at this guy finally. It should be fun.
Oh man, I was gonna say we're pulling the same rope here.
Could be some awkward moments. In the Four Nations, we like awkwardness.
No short of storylines.
14th 20-goal season for Brad Marchand. He scores in the first, ties him with Patrice Bergeron, second most in Bruins history to the Chief. Johnny Busick had 16, and a couple of pizza deliveries from Noah Hannafin helped that goal.
Hot and fresh.
You know, you got to protect the puck. And when you make a mistake, don't compound it by making three others. And that's what happened with Noah on this shift here. Everybody's in good position. A little errant pass doesn't connect. Now he goes back and makes a good poke check right here, gets it again, and there's no winger on the boards there because they got to protect the middle of the ice. And now the third mistake is that after he's given it away, you got to recover back the net or tell your partner that you're out of position. He's got to cover for it. So 3 mistakes on that first goal for against Noah and the Vegas Knights that gave the Boston the goal by Marchand, but you cannot compound mistake after mistake after mistake and not cost you.
Brad is with Emily.
Brad, last game before the Four Nations break, we already have a fight and a couple of roughing penalties. How would you describe the intensity compared to like a typical matinee?
Yeah, it's definitely a game you can tell both sides really want. I really like the way that we came out, and they're a really good team. They're going to push back, and they did. I think we definitely want to go into the break feeling good about our game, and they do as well. Both proud teams, so it's going to be a good game.
They're a team that doesn't give up a lot. What's the secrets to creating offense against them?
I think the biggest thing for us is always how tight we play defensively. Usually when we do that, we create a bit, but when we get away from it, we get in trouble. But so far we've been tight. We haven't given up a whole lot of odd man rushes, and we just have to continue to do that.
You're going to play for Team Canada next week. They've got a bunch of Canadian guys over there. Any pleasantries exchanged?
No, honestly, we all have a job to do out here tonight or today. We'll enjoy our time together next week, but for now, obviously, all business.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you.
They're not going to trade him, right? There's been some rumors about trading him,
Why would you want to do that?
Well, to make that transition. Anyway, they're not going to trade Mark Stone. He's been great this year at PK in front of the net. Great hands.
Yeah, and they've been great on the power play all year long, but Zadorov's got 2 chances here. Whiffs on the first one. He's got all day to get the second one out. He doesn't, and you can't give a team like Vegas second opportunities. This is one of the best teams in the league, a team that people think can win the Stanley Cup this year. Yeah. Well, you're up 2-0 at home. You got to bear down on those things, and for me, it's the details in the game at this time of the year that win and lose you games. And for Boston, I got to ask, what type of team is this? What's your identity? They came out, they established a presence. Now, can you sustain that? Mm-hmm. Do we expect that every shift and every period from Boston? Or is this just a game that they got up for? And that's what we're going to be looking for.
Yeah, Vegas just 4-8-3 in their last 15. They've been a bit mid lately, and they're down 2-1 after 20. Eastern Conference, it's a crazy picture. Red Wings could have been third in the Atlantic, and now they have the out of the playoff picture. If the Bruins win this game, the Bruins are a wild card team. We'll talk about that next. This first intermission report is presented by the Lexus TX. Everyone's happy when it comes to taking a seat in the 3-row Lexus TX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Not a bad first period for Boston. Not the best, not the worst. I'll take it. Much better than the other night. Much better than the other night. Referees haven't given us much. Be nice to see us get a couple power plays and try and get the power play going. Because it's horrendous. This the other night. Marchand with a goal. And Nikita Zadorov with a goal. Second period starts in about 8 minutes. Bruins 2, Golden Knights 1. We're going to cover Knicks Celtics tonight, 8:30. I will probably go live. They're playing the Knicks in New York. And then I will probably do the UFC championship fight. If I can do the last 2 fights, I will, but at least the last one, Duplessis versus Strickland. But first period intermission right now. Bruins up. I wonder if the undercard started for UFC yet. It's probably getting ready to. Probably getting ready to soon. About an hour from now. I wish it was a better fight card because I would do the whole fight card, but it's just not a good fight card. In my opinion. I could be wrong. It could end up being an awesome fight card. Sometimes it's just the way the cookie crumbles. But Bruins lead 2-1. Second period starting in a couple minutes. Marchand, very good first period. Pasternak, pretty good first period. Pretty good first period all the way around besides that one breakdown in the couple of penalties. I'll take it.
Intermission report. Around the Eastern Coast today, Devils begin 2 points behind Carolina in the Metro. Bratt gets his 17th.
Yeah, rat-a-tat-tat. You know what? I had a little conversation with Jack Hughes. He says, are you going to be watching me in your old city?
Here it is.
And here he goes tap dancing down Drummond Street here.
24th.
That's Jack Hughes, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. That's his 24th of the season.
His Devils are looking good.
The Devils shut out Montreal 4-0. So the Kings have to win, or the Devils are tied with them. Oh, Pavelka gives it right on a platter to Sebastian Aho.
Come on.
Aho had 2 goals in this game. 19 and 20. This is Seth Jarvis's 21st on the power play. And his 22nd, the Ultimate Rule. Red Wings would have been 3rd in the Atlantic with a win. Instead, Braden Point and the Bolts go nuts. Mets regular. Look at this pass by Gonzalez.
He just keeps getting better and better and better. That Braden Point, Mr. Consistent. I can't wait to see him in that Canadian jersey at Four Nations boot.
There you go. So the Red Wings now will drop out of the wild card if the Bruins win today.
It's crazy. That race for those last 2 wild card spots is just, it's February.
I know, but that's what you want as a player.
I know. As a fan, we're playoff hockey in February.
14 games today, 2 tomorrow, and then the Four Nations break is here.
We don't get a break.
You've been watching. You guys don't. The Lexus first intermission report, second period action after this message and a word from our ABC station.
Buy stock and ship sticks.
Look at him, streaming DirecTV without a second.
Golden Knights goalie has come up big too as well. Very, 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 very big first period to keep them in this game. Samsonov with some really big saves. Boston could be up by 2 or 3 goals easy right now. Bruins lead 2-1, second minute. Be nice to see the Bruins get on the power play. They didn't get a single call in that first period. There was one really bad one that should have went against the Golden Knights that went against us. I'd like to see Boston get a fucking makeup call or 2 in this second period. But good first period. I'll take it. We even had a fight. Bruins playing pretty scrappy so far. They gotta find out their identity as a team. If they're gonna make this playoff run, they're gonna have to figure it out while we're going through the run. They're gonna have to get tough. Because they don't have the big names they used to. They're going to have to really fucking toughen up and find out who they are. They're capable of it. They sometimes I watch them. I watched a bunch of their highlights today. And I'm like, how is this the team from the other night? They just gotta they gotta figure it out. Gotta figure it out. Swayman had a pretty good first period, too. Made some nice saves. Start of the second period coming right now. Bruins lead 2-1.
On the Golden Knights. Time for Dynamic Duos, brought to you by Mass Mutual, right?
So the Bruins duo goals in the first period. This pair of goals gave them a 2-0 lead, both off Vegas turnovers. Noah Hannafin's got the puck. He lays it on the stick of Zadorov, and then he gets caught following the puck. That leaves Marchand wide open. Samsonov's got the puck in control. He thinks he's got a winger there. He gives it to Charlie Coyle. There's this mayhem in front of the net. And then Nikita Zadorov gets the puck into the close tees and hammer it in. The Bruins are ranked 27th in the NHL in goals from their defense this year. That was just their 19th. But the goal from Zadorov is the difference maker. It's 2-1 Boston.
I think I need to play from those if I'm going to play with you. But you heard Brad Marchand say it to Emily. You know that Vegas is coming. So what kind of game do you want to see from the Bruins in the second?
I think the Bruins have to really endeavor to get the puck quickly to the center line, get it into the zone, and start forechecking again. If they spend that much time like they did in the last half of the first period in their zone, it's not going to turn out very well for them. Vegas, a really strong team when they get the puck in the offensive zone.
Eichel wins the draw. We remind you, ESPN Bet is the official sportsbook of ESPN and an official partner of the NHL. You see the bet for the Bruins to make the playoffs. Yes, plus 160. No, minus 220. Lucci and Mark and PK broke down all the permutations, getting crowded in that wild card column.
Oh, no. Get it out.
Nudged down to there by Zadorov, collected by Torfia with a shot.
Oh, nice save, Swayman.
Not located all the way, but then does. Evelyn.
Saw Victor Olsen take that puck up high on his first shift. He's not going to return today. The Golden Knights are listing as an upper body injury. I did see him walk out of the building in street clothes. It can be typical protocol in a situation like this to go to the hospital, just precautionary measures. And guys, the Vegas Golden coaching staff told me they're going to start double shifting guys, and that's good because they need everyone to be in this game. And one area they want to focus on, 10 giveaways in the first period. They got to manage the puck better.
Well, a couple of those giveaways turned out to be in the back of their net a short time later, and one of those double shifting guys is going to be Dorothea, their leading goal scorer. He's with Barbashev and Eichel, a place Mark Stone started at the beginning of the day.
This one chopped out, flutters down in the slot and corralled by Marchand and the Bruins. Locked in by Coyle as Boston changes in the first minute of period number 2. Shifted, loaded it up, shifted in, and Swayman will angle it off. Turned it over, puck is loose out in front. Stone with a shot, and all of it lifted in wide. Side to the line for Haig.
Nice save, Swayman.
Swayman still loose in the circle. Petrangelo fed it across, and a gorgeous opportunity there for Mark Stone.
Gotta get it out, Boston.
Geeky filtered it out, and Petrangelo resets at neutral ice. Got knocked down before it entered the zone. Pavel Zacha reaching for it. Tapped ahead by Saad to Carlo. Callahan up ahead. And the Bruins gain entry with Pasternak. Out of the reach of Geeky. Hey, around the wall.
Oh, come on.
Thea, but it comes down towards Swayman's end.
Gotta keep that puck in.
A couple quick chances for Vegas early in the period here. A turnover by Jeremy Swayman, and the Bruins had to defend in a hurry.
He chips it in. Gets cut off in behind. Here's Patra centered for Frederick on a no-look. Shot from the point. Handled by Vegas. Quick outlet up ahead. Lavoie on the move. Lavoie with a shot. Punting what would have been his first career goal. It's pressure from Boston from behind.
2-1, Boston leads.
Now he's up between the defensemen. Lohrei reaches with one hand. Lavoie lifts the stick. And then he tries to zip this up over the right
shoulder of Swayman.
All right, so let's check out the playoff picture in the East, Ray. How do you see Boston's season going after we get out of the break? Yeah, they're trying to get in gear, moving ahead until we started the day.
No.
Point out. There's a shot that comes in high from this fourth line for the Bruins. Lorai started to pinch and was able to keep it in the ozone.
I would say for all of these teams, don't look at the standings too much because it's really hard to decide what's going on, who's got home games, who doesn't. Just play your schedule. The other guys can't matter. If you put enough wins on the board, you're going to get in.
Drop back in behind for Andrew Peak.
By the way, it's a lot easier doing it from my position than when I was playing because I used to know who was playing who. I spent so much time trying to figure out, well, maybe they'll lose here and maybe they can win there, and it just doesn't help them.
No. Checking the scores and the standings, looking at turn stoppages.
Oh, when they started adding the scoreboard rings around, that's a lot of what we did on the bench, trying to figure it out. Because it was new, too. You're like, oh, this is kind of fun.
Behind, some pressure applied from Barbashev. He's out there working with Tomas Hertl and Jack Eichel. Freed up by Lindholm. And then Coyle connects with Zadorov, who lugs it ahead for Boston. Marchand on the entry, as this one flutter up a rink wide. Marchand cuts it ahead of Barbashev.
Here you go, go.
Let's skip the stick on the entry, as Lindholm went off for a change, and now Coyle does as well. Here is Jack Eichel. Only his first game back in his home city since 2019. Eichel drags it in behind, centered it out, and all the way through.
Dangerous.
Petrangelo off his heels, led down by Swayman, tapped out to the half wall. Petrangelo pinched in a foot race with Geeky, and this one gets cleared by Callahan.
Just a little bit of what we'll see from Vegas. First shift, it was Dorothea with Barbashev and Eichel. This time it's Tomas Hertl. So down the forward, and Bruce Cassidy will move people around.
Howden took it away. Here's Stone. Sets it up. Howden partially fanned on it, with Zaka standing in his way. Stone on the reload with Howden back to Stone. Davis drops it back. Petrangelo into space with a shot. Washed away by Swayman. Pasternak trying to step in front of Saad. They tangle. And now Mark Stone at the edge of the circle. Back for King. Moved across. Petrangelo a one-timer. Rebound.
Nice job, Swayman.
On the doorstep against Saad.
Now the Bruins, the first 5 minutes of this period, they've been in their zone. This is not the way to play Vegas. And you just get pushed back, shift after shift after shift. Petrangelo with the one-timer, Saad with the secondary chance. Swayman with
Also stopped in the second period.
Saad just in his first 10 days in Vegas, after, as you mentioned earlier, having a termination of his contract in St. Louis. They had put him on waivers. There were no takers. He had another year at $5 million left, so that contract got wiped out, and then he signed a one-year deal here in Vegas for the remainder of the year, trying to A, compete for a cup, but B, rejuvenate his career again.
Just chasing more money.
Come on, Boston, put one in.
Leading to happiness.
Oh.
Gastolik reeled around with a shot handled by Ilya Samsonov.
Samsonov, another single.
In this second period for Vegas, down to goal on the
15 minutes to go in the second period. Boston leads 2-1.
second periods.
You know, one of the things I like about Bruce Cassidy when we talk to him is that he's just so easy. Period. He says, I have no idea. and I really think it's a lot of times we look, what's the reason? Is there a deeper look? Let's go a deeper dive into the numbers. And sometimes it's just the way it is. And there's no real reason they should be good in the first or third period and not in the second, other than we got a long change. But everybody's got it, right? Like, why is it happening? Like, I don't really know.
Yeah, you guys saw him in Dallas earlier this year.
And that's exactly what happened in the game. They were ahead 3-1, and they ended up losing the game in the second period, basically.
You get a penalty? Yay!
The check there from Dorofiev, and we've got a tripping
Got a
goal.
power play finally.
Go against the Golden Knights.
Yay! Hallelujah! Bruins trying to get a power play.
Vegas 1 for 2 on the power first period.
McAvoy, Marchand, Lindholm, Zaka, Passionate on the ice. 2-minute power play for Boston.
Draw a line in the sand. What can we do to be better now for the rest of the year? They got 8 goals in their last quarter.
Boston wins the faceoff. Big one-timer, no good. Wide of the net.
He's been back these last 4 games. Again, quarterback's the top unit. We said 8 in the last 12. That's 8 for 32.
Battling for the puck in back of the net. McAvoy and Lindholm dig it out of the corner. They get it out to the point to Pasternak. Pass broken up. It's kept in by Marchand. Oh, they turn it over. McAvoy, wrist shot in front of the net. Save. Lindholm, another save. McAvoy digs it out of the corner. Over to Pasternak. Down low to Lindholm. Back to Pasternak at the right circle. Back down low to Lindholm. Back and forth game. And Boston turns the puck over. Minute 9 to go on the power play. Boston McAvoy goes back to his own end to grab it.
They don't have to worry about him attacking the net from below the goal line.
Well, here is Lindholm emerging out of his own end. Vegas' Hill, meanwhile, has struggled in the last month plus.
It's Coyle.
Coyle slipped it back toward the line. Here is Pasternak still out there. He drops it for Laura. Fed along. Coyle at one time.
Nice shot. Oh.
Eichel wins the puck.
Get
Skates
that.
to safety. Carries in shorthanded for Vegas. Swayman gave it back to Eichel. Pops out for Stone. Shorthanded. Here is Eichel.
Come on, don't let him score, Shorty.
For Vegas on the kill.
20 seconds to go on the power play.
For Samsonov on this power play.
Pasternak shifted back. Doyle swept it out net front in the direction of Patra. He gets tangled there with Brondbjerg with 3 shots on this power play for the Bruins, and it comes to a close, and Vegas gets
Crap power play.
with Dorofeev out of the ball.
Couple opportunities, not much.
Things you mentioned from Ilya Samsonov. Zadorov skidded it up ice and then turned it over. Saad on the move with the shot handled by Swayman. Moved around by Patra. Loride tried to reach for it. Back to the right point. Theodore feathers it along edge of the circle. Darting in behind Hannafin. Loose. Lifted short side by Dorofeev. Pasternak was shielding. This one gets lofted out over the top of Hannafin and back toward the Vegas end. Pass Aaron from Mark Stone. Fresh legs for the Golden Knights as Andrew Peak, the pride of Notre Dame, emerges up ice and touched on by Kastelik, but we get an offside whistle.
A Boston 2-1 lead, 2 goals in the first period, but Ilya Samsonov sharp on this last Bruins power play, their first of the afternoon. This one on Charlie McAvoy from about 20 feet, and then he had to be sharp through the Coyle one-timer, the rebound by Pasternak, 2 saves, kicked aside, still 2-1.
Samsonov saving the Knights. Absolutely saving the Knights. Bruins looked much better in the first period. Much better. Swayman playing pretty well. Boston's just got to get the fucking... They make some bad passes in the neutral zone, and they have trouble getting the puck out of their own end sometimes. And that's a bad combination. Oh, what to think about this team? They jumped out to a fucking 2-goal lead. And they're at home. They're pretty good at home. They're like 18. I forget what it is. I think they're like 8-0-2 or 18-0-2 with a 2-goal lead.
Got your first power play opportunity. What did you make of it?
We had a couple of early looks. I liked it towards the end of it that we had a good shot with a rebound opportunity there. We have to do more of that.
And we know David Pasternak is on a heater. 3 shots alone in the first period. What allows him to find so many opportunities?
Well, he's a good offensive player. He knows where to go on the ice. He finds his spots. That line has some chemistry right now.
Thank you, Joe.
Okay.
Yeah, 12-game point streak for Pasta coming in with 25 points across those dozen games for him.
Face off won by Boston in their own end. They go D to D in back of the net. Back D to D. Trying to clear the puck. They get it to the neutral zone. Intercepted by Vegas. Here comes Vegas. Stolen by Boston. Marchand kicks it in.
For 41 goals and 98 points this year after a slower start to his season. Marchand from McAvoy.
Oh, Marchand.
Oh. And it popped out to the high slot past Barbashev.
Well, Marchand's got the hands rolling today. That early goal gives you a little bit more juice.
11 points his last 12 games now.
Turn over Boston. Marchand.
Patra, his 12th game back from AHL Providence. He's been better since returning to Boston. The defenseman dropped it off, and here is the 20-year-old former second-rounder Matt Patra. Weaves a pass on through just out of the reach of Carlo. And it goes down
Icing
for
on Boston.
Four Nations.
2-1 Boston. 10:29 to go in the second period. Samsonov taking a good chunk of the Boston opportunities in denying them. Golden Knights goaltender has made some big saves.
So tenacious. When his legs are going, and there are nights when it won't be when you're 36 years old. But when they're going, man, he is still a really, really good player.
Headed toward representing Team Canada at the Four Nations face-off that gets going on Wednesday up in Montreal.
With the puck in their own end.
Frederick took the check from Tomas Hertl right in front of the bench, and then swept in by the Bruins, and it caroms out for Vegas. Banked up ahead, Hertl protected, trying to feed it along. Kolasar steps in, and now the Bruins work to it with Pete for Pavel Zacha. Will drop the handle. Petrangelo wheels back. If you're just joining us, Vegas is down to 11 forwards. First shift of the game, Victor Olofsson, the 7th-year veteran, took a puck to the throat. Emily Kaplan reported she saw him leaving in street clothes. And so Vegas going at it undermanned the rest of the way. Kiki tapped it along for Zacha, who chips it in. Sidesteps Whitecloud, who's out it here in the corner. Up the wall for Kolasar.
Oh boy.
Nick Waugh, who had a goal on Thursday in the week.
3-on-2 Vegas.
Came back around toward Rodney.
Can't make the play.
Up by the Bruins and lugged ahead by Lori. Kiki cuts to the
Oh, offsides on the Bruins.
9:05 to go in the second, and the Bruins have a 2-1 lead on the Golden Knights in the great city of Boston.
Boston needs to score at least another goal, I think, to win this game. At least one. Because they're going to cough one up in a stupid way, I guarantee it. I feel much better if Boston gets one more. I think they got a good shot of winning if they can put 3 goals in the back of the net. This period has been more. Boston hasn't played great. They're lucky that they haven't. They're lucky that they're not tied up right now. Very lucky with how they've played. They just I don't get why they let off the gas every time they get going.
Tournament since 2016.
Formation history come true.
It starts Wednesday on TNT, then Thursday on ESPN. Next Saturday, 2 games on ABC. The championship game here in Boston on the 20th over on ESPN. Let's check in with Emily.
Yeah, Alex Pietrangelo opted out for Team Canada. Bruce Cassidy told us 100% his decision. He feels like Vegas is the one that signs my paycheck. Got to be ready for them. Definitely still something according to Cassidy, but these 2 weeks off, he said he's going to, and it'll allow him to get much closer to 100%.
Related news, Mikko Rantanen did not play for Carolina, an injury thing for him. Quinn Hughes will miss his 4th straight game for Vancouver as they play Toronto in a couple hours, and neither of them really, I would say, are 100% locks to play in the tournament since they're out again today.
And everyone was the other day with Sidney Crosby as well. Big lead there by Mark Kastelik for the Bruins. And Hanifin to center. Saad drops down the wall. Shovel Howden came across. Hanifin a drive. Off the rebound, puck toward Carlo. Kept alive by Saad. Hanifin right back on his heels. Back to Noah Hanifin.
Get it out.
Then a pass along Dorothea. Holds. Shot.
Nice save, Swayman.
Got to it, and Swayman made the stop.
That is an eternity in the National Hockey League to be able to stand and pick your spot with the shot. Jeremy Swayman's got to come out into position and be patient, not to make the first move that opens up all kinds of room for the shooter. Look at Swayman staying right in position, locked right in. He's trying the best he can not to get small. But eventually he leans forward and you can see the puck of Dorothea, the Golden Knights leading goal scorer, is going to hit the thumb of Swayman's glove. I mean, it's right there, and by an inch or so,
Swayman bails the Bruins out again.
Big time
22
stop
shots,
from Jeremy
21
Swayman
saves.
on Dorothea.
Boston leads 2-1. 8 minutes to go.
Especially as far as entering this season.
Jonathan Marchessault of college. His 30-plus goals, you got to fill them somewhere. Door 20 last year. Already got 22. An ingrown draft pick for them. They don't have many in Vegas as everything went through trade and free agency. They just created this team.
Now their 8th year. If now Petty back along, good hand eye to settle it from St. Theodore. Now Braden Knapp back to Theodore. In behind for Eichel. Shadowed by Coyle. Here's Barbashev. Somehow got the shot up. Stone on a puck retrieval. Around the wall, up the boards.
Get it out, Boston.
Playing with it. And on a backhand feed, kept it alive for Eichel. Moving in, pressured by Storop. Cut out there and scooped up by Coyle for the Bruins. And
There you
down
go.
to center.
Oh, Kitty. Awful clear.
Lifts it in. Cut out there, finds the door off, just now gets to his skates, got it back, a seam pass.
Oh, almost turned it over.
Coyle dropping down.
Now, Mike, we talked at the start of the
Icing on Boston.
period about the Bruins not wanting to spend too much time defending. They've got 5 shots in the first 13 minutes of this period, which sounds fine, except 3 of them came on that power play. Most of this period has been played in this half of the
I'll probably watch the last fight, Frank. I'm going to watch the Celtics versus the Knicks. And then I'll probably do the last fight if I can make it to it in time. I'm not watching anything but Strickland. Maybe I'll watch the Welly fight if it's not too late by the time I get to it.
Lindholm able to win it with Zadorov's help, and the Bruins can evacuate the zone. Inside of 7 minutes to go in the second. Bruins by 1. On the rink wide feed, here is Hurdle dragging.
Oh, what a save, Swayman again. I want Strickland, but I think Dupuis is going to beat him.
position for the stop.
If it's a close fight, they're going to give it to Dupree.
47 game action. 20 plus and counting, like we said. Knocked down at the line. LeBlanc spun it back around for Polo. McAvoy breaks it up, and Patra gets to it for the Bruins. Shoots in on the rim, looking for Frederick on the Virginia. Wallstrom sped between Haig and Dorothea.
That card is garbage, dude. I don't know how they're making people pay for that card. It is complete crap. Here comes Vegas, 2-2, dump it into the Boston end. Get a line change. Ugly second period for Boston. Here comes Vegas with numbers. They turn it over. Here comes Boston back the other way. They turn it over. It's just a shitty card. Awful. Awful, awful shitty card.
From the right point, sure got blocked. Good leg from Laura. Frederick pounded by Kolasar off to the Bruins bench, and with 5.5 to go, an outlet for Robier. Locates it, and now carries in. Holds up. Off the back of the net, Kolasar collects. Keegan Kolasar banked it back to the line.
Ooh.
And in the slot, the Bruins step to it.
Oh, you got numbers.
Zaka over the red line, and he will go cross corner. Tear him down toward Geeky. Zaka read it well. Zaka dragged forward, looking for Pasternak, and then out of the reach of Zadora.
Sloppy. Come on, Boston.
Their shot attempts the last 6 minutes for the Bruins. Pasternak dug it out of there. Geeky scores!
Geeky.
Right on the kill.
Look what I found. No. Lucky goal for Boston right there.
The Bruins have 3 goals today, all off of Vegas turnovers. 2 of them involve the goaltender Samsonov as he stops the puck and then whips it. 6 minutes and 13 seconds between
That's a lucky goal. We got very lucky. Pass.
Pasternak shovels it to the front of the net, and Geeky missed a glorious grade A chance in the first period. From there, 17 goals last year, 17 goals this year. A real slow start that had him scratched early in the year. He's rolling, the beneficiary of playing with Pasternak, and the Bruins breathe a bit. It's 3-1.
Yeah, healthy scratch 5 times under Jim Montgomery. My, how the season has changed for Morgan Geeky, and you had mentioned again 1-3-1 the last 5 for Samsonov, but now some puck handling issues rear their ugly head again for the backup goaltender for the Golden Knights, who find themselves again down by 2.
5 or 7 seconds of 2 of the 3 goals. The puck's been on the stick of Ilya Samsonov, and then
Come on,
it's
get
up
another
in the
one.
Vegas net. That's a tough one.
Stone.
Here we go, turnover.
Got cut off there. Zadorov being pressured, pounded, out and took the glove down against Nikita Zadorov.
Gate, Boston gate.
4 minutes to go in the second. Stone chips it ahead for Eichel. Just onto the ice, dragging tied up at the wall there. Coyle steps in to support it in home and lobbed ahead toward the logo. And Whitecloud settles it. Bruins back up by 2. Final game before the break for both these teams for the Four Nations face-off. Dorothea was pressured by Coyle, and then a rough tumble into the wall.
Go.
Dorothea.
Look up.
Coyle skates it out.
Here you go, Marky, go.
Marchand pursues against Hannafin. Marchand and Coyle trying to dig it out of there for Boston against Hannafin and Whitecloud. Physical play for Whitecloud and Coyle. Whitecloud turns it away.
Good forecheck.
Barbashev nudged it out, got it back on neutral ice. Eichel swoops out of there with it, gains entry. Eichel with a pass, back to handle for Barbashev. Headed towards the back post where Eichel was lurking. Vito takes contact at the line from Pasternak.
Nice hit by Pasternak.
2:45 to go in period number 2 from TD Garden. Hurdle.
in. Midpoint. Hurdle. Feeds it off to the far side wall. Break wide, it's Hurdle. Took it off the carom, goes off the
Good job, Boston.
Glove down by Keith.
No. Good job, Geeky.
And Theodore fight for it. Zaka works hard for it along with Pasternak. Zaka for Pasternak trying to jab it along in the direction of Geeky. Lavoie goes right wide, brought down there, and played in as Vegas changes.
We talked earlier about Vegas' second period struggles, and when Bruce Cassidy told us I don't really have an answer, this is probably right along those lines, isn't it? A really strong period and a flop by their backup goaltender, and then they're down 2 goals again.
And the only goal in this period for either team belongs to Morgan. At 15 of the second tee, courtesy of David Pasternak. Off the glass, and Swayman will just freeze it inside of 90 seconds to go in the second period.
Boston leads 3-1. Geeky, 17th goal of the season, puts Boston up 3-1. Little over a minute to play in the second period. We got Celtics Knicks tonight at 8:40, and we got UFC tonight. I gotta work like a motherfucker tomorrow too. We got all kinds of snow coming. We got the Super Bowl. Yeah, that fight night should be a fight night. That's bullshit. That card sucks tonight. Shitty pay-per-view. I totally agree. I wouldn't give Uncle Dana $70 for that shit either. Complete trash. $70 for 2 title fights. One of them's a woman's fight. I could really care less about. Well, he's probably going to destroy that poor girl. She destroys everyone, usually.
Swayman has been brilliant today. In the first period, he gave up the 1 goal, but since then, where Vegas has controlled a lot of the play, especially in the second period, Swayman stood his ground. That chance on Dorofeev, one of his best. This one here, as Pumish Hurdle gets into the scoring area, Swayman snares it with the glove. And for the Bruins to make the playoffs, Jeremy Swayman is going to have to be like this. We've talked about so many times the thin margin that the Bruins have. Their goaltending has to be the lead.
You see, he's been excellent at home since the start of December. And overall, home or away since Christmas. Coming into today, a .915 save percentage. More like it for Jeremy Swayman. Stone filtered one off the Bruins skate down to the wall and tapped it just out of the reach of Trent Frederick.
The Bruins have played one poor home game in about 2 months, really, and that was a 6-2 loss to Winnipeg, but at one point that game in the third period was 2-2, and then all of a sudden they got away from it. They've been good here.
Yeah, that was just those back-to-back games where the Bruins, in each of consecutive third periods, gave up 4 goals in both. Got the win Tuesday at home against Minnesota, lost Wednesday on the road at Madison Square Garden 3-2. Hanifin maneuvered in, final 40 seconds, seam pass
No.
to the crowd, tees it up.
Nice save, Swayman.
Is laying on it, and he kept it out.
Oh, almost squirted through.
Should have been a lot easier. You see Swayman kind of a wry smile as he's shaking his hand. Mark Stone saying that went in, but he doesn't have it. Where is it?
It might have went in.
All of the puck has to go over. This will be best view of it as Swayman has it. He looks like he's got it. Oh, that's it.
That's a goal.
From this view,
I told you Boston was going to give one up.
he gets to this puck. I think that's, again, from my view here, that looks like that puck is all the way over the goal line.
The call on the ice is a good goal.
Wow, so they're saying the call on the ice is a goal. They are agreeing with what you saw, that it is fully over the red line before Pete can wipe it away, and it certainly appears to be the case.
And that is a whiff by Jeremy Swayman, who's we just finished talking about.
After review, the puck did cross the goal line and for the goal.
We had talked about how well he has played and given the Bruins the chance to extend this lead. That's the 4th goal of the year for Zach Whitecloud. He's just shooting this thing at the net, and I thought Swayman caught it, then I thought he covered it, and as it turns out, he didn't do either.
Unlucky.
And Vegas is back within 1.
A tough one for Swayman and the Bruins. You mentioned how well Vegas had played. Felt like they might get one. Certainly not the one you expected them to get, but nonetheless, they pulled back within 1, approaching the final half minute of the second.
Typical Bruins
And you know
this year.
how goofy that position is nobody will remember the 5 really great saves he made. You're just going to think about that one, which should not have gone in.
Here comes Vegas with numbers.
Michael carries in over the line, stretching out wide, shadowed by Coyle, toward the net. Dorothea picks it. Singer saves.
Oh my God, Bruins just fucked up the lead.
That was a way harder shot than the previous one, wasn't it? It's just such a mind game in that.
Marchand bearing down on Samsonov with 4.7 left.
A quick reaction save off of Barbashev, and the Bruins will go into the 3rd period with a lead. Jeremy Swayman's trying to clear his head, but he doesn't have much time to figure it out. Dorothea behind the net, and Barbashev in tight. He hasn't scored in 15 games, and he's about 6 feet in front of the net. And quick release, and Swayman flashes the pad to keep this game 3-2.
Face-off one for the Bruins, and Pasternak can't trigger. Lorai will close down the second. So, it was 3-1, but Vegas sneaks one past Jeremy Swayman, and it's 3-2 at the end of the 2. To the studio, and Chop Butchergrass.
13-game point streak for Pasternak. It looked good for the Bruins there, going up 3-1, entering the 3rd. But wait, a late goal by Vegas. What will that do to them?
Well, I think it's been a funny game for me to watch and try to get a handle of. Both teams seem to have playing well, but then they make critical mistakes that end up in the back of their net. Boston, it looked like they have control of it, then they don't. So we'll see what happens in the 3rd period. But that's obviously a massive goal at the end of the 3rd to give Vegas some hope after making a couple critical mistakes that ended up back in the back of the net.
Well, are you all Swedish and no finish? Or do you got some finish in your game? They got to finish this thing off. So, like I said, they're doing a lot of things well, but they got to get it done.
Yeah.
They got to get these 2 points.
Looking as one of those deals where the NHL calls down quickly, so that goal was good.
Yep.
Safe.
I like that.
Great job by everybody at the NHL office. Well done.
Bruins have a great history. Can they finish in historical fashion in the 3rd? Much more to come. Discover second intermission report after this message.
Liberty Mutual.
Oh. Not a very good second period from the Bruins. Even though they got a goal. They got a cheesy goal. They gave up a cheesy goal. They can't play the way they did in the 2nd and the 3rd and expect to win this game. Even though they're up by 1. They got off to such a good start. What a shame. What up? What up? Boston leads 3-2 going into the 3rd period. Got about 15 minutes till the 3rd period starts. We're going to do Celtics, Knicks later, I believe, in the UFC fight. What happened in the 2nd period? Both teams scored a goal. Both teams got cheesy goals. Geeky scored for Boston. I'm the same way, Ted. Boston just fucking, I don't know. Sometimes they look really good. Other times they look fucking lost. Fighting to get into the playoffs right now. If they win today, they'll be the number 8 seed in the East with like 20 games to play. Really fighting for their playoff lives right now. See how many games they got left. I'll count them. 2, 4, 6, 8. They got like 26 games or so, somewhere around there. Just under 30 games left to play. And they got kind of a tough schedule as I look at it. They got Toronto, they got the Islanders, they got Pittsburgh, they got Minnesota, Nashville, Carolina, Tampa. Tampa helped us out today. Tampa beat the Red Wings 6-3. That helped us. We got Florida, Ottawa, Tampa, Buffalo, Vegas, Detroit, Carolina. Yeah, they got a tough schedule down the stretch, too. They got New Jersey, 2 out of their last 4 games. Pittsburgh's in there. Detroit, Washington. Yeah, Boston's got a lot to fucking... That's why Boston's got to win the games they're supposed to win. I don't understand why they sat Swayman against the Rangers. I love the Bruins, but they kill me. I haven't watched a lot of them this year. I'm trying to get into it and support them because everyone wants me to do hockey on the channel. But it's fucking, they're tough to watch, man. They really are.
Let his goaltender know where he wants the puck, and it didn't happen there, and it cost him a goal.
Again, Pastrnak, 13-game point streak, longest of his career, and longest in the league right now. Emily Kaplan.
Morgan, your coach is telling me what great chemistry your line has. You score on a pass from David Pastrnak. What are the keys to playing with that guy?
Just get open. He's got eyes everywhere. So, just try to find soft spots for him. And everyone knows how good of a player he is and how underrated his playmaking is. But, just get in the right spots, and he seems to always find us.
What have you learned playing with him?
A lot. I think my game's grown a lot offensively, especially just like where to be, where to kind of hide out and find the soft spots in the ice. But he definitely helps me a lot, and I was a lot playing with him and Pav.
And you started the year, you had some healthy scratches, and now you're producing on the top line. What lessons have you learned this season?
Just, stick to my game. Sometimes you feel like you're on an island when it comes to a time like that. But, just rely on the people that care about you and just try to fall back on the things you know how to do and things that got me here.
That was lovely. Thank you.
Thanks.
So Geeky gets his 17th goal. Nice season.
Great interview.
Bruins are minus 12 in the third period. Bruins fans have seen this before this year where it looks like they might win, and then suddenly they blow it in the third. But until then, they're up 1.
And what's with Vegas having tough time in the second period?
I know, but they got one here late.
I know they did. Just a fluky goal. But what I really liked about this is that the NHL and their offices somehow or another were able to get on this very quickly. Knew it was a goal, called it a goal on the ice, and we didn't have to waste a lot of time on the replays. But that just was a bounce for Boston.
Good goal. Entirely.
It's just, I look at the clock. It's just last minute of every period. You know this. First 5 minutes of every period, last 5 minutes of every period, you got to manage the puck. And in that situation, obviously, it's a bad bounce.
Yeah, just a bad.
But I'm sure if we go and look at the tape, it's puck management. So for them, for the rest of the game now, it's not about just scoring goals and getting that lead and continuing to add to it. It's making sure you're taking care of the puck. It's having good habits down the stretch here.
Breaking news. Anthony Davis leaves game with lower body injury. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. That fucking Dallas GM is going to get fired. Unless they want to fucking move the team. You can't make this shit up. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. They just traded Luka for this fucking dude. Oh my God. No fucking way. Non-contact injury. I gotta look at this. Anthony after non-contact injury to his abdominal area. Just 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Defense on a drive to the basket. As he moved into the lane, he pulled up and appeared to grab his lower abdominal near his groin. Oh no. That's what made him miss the last 5 games. With the Lakers. Doubtful to return. Oh my God. Oh my God. He had 26 points and 16 rebounds with 7 assists before leaving with injury. I got the Chiefs. I picked the Chiefs to win it all beginning of the year. So I got to ride with my pick. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles won either. Oh, that's not good, dude. He's got like a fucking groin injury or a fucking hernia or something, dude. No one even touched him. He just moved towards the hoop and fucking went down grabbing his stomach. There was no contact at all. Very weird. Oh no. Anthony Davis, man. Leaves game with injury. First game with Dallas. Oh my God. I think Luka's making his debut too. Crazy. What the fuck? Oh my God, they're going to be fucking burning that place down. They're going to be so pissed off. I can't believe this shit. They made an awful trade and now he's fucking hurt. Oh, excuse me. Fucking, I can't believe it. Anthony Davis leaves game injured. Luka's not going to play today either. He's still out hurt. Saying he's going to play Monday now.
I've
the world of hockey. Beth, what's your favorite thing?
Look at Anna.
Anna
Yager, 78 years old. How many people in the world could get out there and even stand on the ice, let alone move it around? The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. And look at Yager out here with his mom. This is one of the most beautiful moments.
Oh, get the post.
78 years old. Good for Anna.
Zip bang, Olympic qualifier. This is no big deal. Kucherov. Look at the celebration. Watch this move. This is the Kucherov here on internationalized to Nikita Kucherov, who I know was upset when he didn't win MVP last year. This is the impact you've had on the game. People are doing your moves all around the world.
Dylan Duke, first NHL game in Michigan. And guess what? His first game, he scores his first goal. Mom, dad, brother, sister, all in attendance. There's the Dukester. He sees the opening. He pots it in the former Michigan Wolverine. His brother Tyler plays for Michigan, and he's playing the game tonight. That's him right there on the right. Mom and dad. Mark Messier, Kim Save and Abuse.
Off the rails. Look at that. Speaking of...
Oh, Arda, you got one too.
Speaking of college hockey, how about college draft? Quinnipiac Bobcat, national champion in 2023, scores his first NHL goal. The referee that signaled the goal was Jordan Samuels-Thomas, who also played at Quinnipiac and played in a national championship in 2013.
Wow, look at right there. There he is.
There he is.
Wow. He was a wagon of a He was an absolute wagon, Jordan.
No one is scoring on Messier.
All right, third period on the way. The Bruins are minus 12 in the third. You've been watching.
What is this, a reverse Oreo?
I can't believe Anthony Davis got hurt. If this is like, if he can't come back for the rest of the year, oh my God, they're going to be so fucking pissed in Dallas. Oh my God, I got a wicked case of the yawns. Excuse me. Bruins lead 3-2. Third period starting in about 4 minutes. I cannot fucking believe it. Anthony Davis. That sucks. That sucks for the Mavericks fans. Oh my God. First game back playing with Dallas. Wow. Crazy. Crazy. I don't have any, Kenneth. Only thing I got is a few Oreos. Fucking Anthony Davis. Injured. Oh, shit. I hope I make the fucking fight in the game. I got like a foot of snow coming too. Might be going to bed. Got a lot of snow coming. I'm going to be busy tomorrow. A lot of snow. About a foot of snow coming at least. Supposed to start soon. Here we go. Start of the third period. Bruins up 3-2.
This is ABC Hockey Saturday by Hotels.com. Right now is the third. Our game recap after 40 minutes. The Bruins have the 3-2 lead on Vegas. They only had one shot attempt in the last 11-plus minutes of the second. And we saw those last couple of goals, one on each side, swing things. And here we are again. Ray Ferrari, Emily Kaplan, Mike Monaco with you. Still a one-goal margin despite Samsonov with the stick handling trouble, and then Swayman one that he would like back.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say anything different than I did 20 minutes ago. The Bruins can't play the game in their end of the ice. I think they escaped in that second period. Not a very good period for them territorially. Yeah, they escaped it with a 1-1 tie in the period, but that's not the way to hold the lead here against a Vegas team that, like the Bruins, their last period before the break, you want to charge as much as you can.
The Vegas team that is second in the Pacific started the day 2 points behind Edmonton. 70 for the fourth best record in the West, fifth best record in the entire league. Barbashev moving in, fed it across, and then had it knocked down by Lori and company for the Bruins. McAvoy banked it out. Coyle settles it. Coyle moving in.
Oh, nice D.
Marchand, but had it broken up by Shea Theodore. Marchand took it back. Marchand fed it just out of the reach of Zadorov in the corner. Got net front off his skate. Marchand springs to it. Sweeps it back around in deep.
Boston should have had something there.
Glides out to center. Steered off towards the door. So second period scoring chances were 6-4 Vegas. The game through 2 periods, 12 aside. And now the first minute gone by here in period number 3 from TD Garden. Batted down and then settled and played in behind by Zaka. 13-game point streak now for David Pasternak. He freed it up for Peak with a wrister going inside to Samsonov. Emily.
Yeah, talk about Jay Leach. Remember, Jay Leach was the coach in Providence, but Bruce Cassidy was the NHL coach for the Bruins, so he knows him well. And he said, Bruce Cassidy's team always have impressive structure, but it's especially noticeable today. And he feels like the reason they haven't been able to get offensive zone time is because the Golden Knights are forcing them to make bad plays at the blue line. So manage the puck better, make better decisions there. And then he said, just put the puck behind the goal line and get to work, boys.
Sometimes the best decision is the least imaginative one. It's not a great play. It's just you get to the line. If their D stands up on you, it's a chip in the corner and then it back down. And
Oh, Boston loses it.
in theory, a real
All the way back to their own goalie.
most cases, there's a better play, a more aggressive play, but sometimes it's just into the zone and on it.
Pasternak going to the one-timer, but a good back check there from Brandon Saad, applying pressure, and Pasternak slow to get up. Saad on the entry. Howden joins with a shot that went off the skate. I think with Laura.
Pasternak shaking out his left leg here. He's a little shaken up down at the other end.
Hit with a wrister, fought off by Swayman, and then cross for Saad. Laura had the positioning on the delivery from Howden. Hig drifting off. Down bottom of the circle, trying to lift it short side and high on Swayman and back out to neutral ice. And Pasternak gingerly steps onto the bench. We get an offside whistle.
Catching a breath here, but also regrouping a bit as he tries to one-time hit. And then he falls to the ice. He's a little bit slower, uses his stick to prop him back up. He just said, I'm all right. But a little uncomfortable as he got back into the play.
A grimace and a deep breath for David Pasternak, as hot as anyone in the sport since January 1st. Vegas sends this one the length of the ice for icing.
You missed his new haircut because you were busy not missing hockey. Never miss a goal with live game stories, only in the NHL app.
minutes of the third in Boston. Hurdle and Patra on the draw. And controlled back by Hannafin for White Cloud. In the D zone for the Golden Knights. Chipped ahead, Hurdle gloves. Came over in the trade last year. That was first full season with Vegas. Hannafin moved it across. Dorothea turned it toward the post and then Zadorov had one come in on Swayman, and he earns a whistle.
Lighter moment between Hurdle and Swayman as that puck just swung to the front of the net, and there's Dorothea fishing around the net before Carlo gets him out of there, and shots start to pile up. 30 for the Golden Knights at this point.
So those 28 saves for Jeremy Swayman. Probably the one he'd like back, but overall, it's been good recently. Lucci has pointed out ever since they got Parm in the North End, Swayman had been very good, but you were curiously not invited to that.
I told him it was a rather, I told Swayman and
Come on, Boston, get it out.
Weak performance between the two of them, and I was not invited to that.
It's only your nickname.
It is. I mean, Bucci's taking the thing hostage. But, he's not the only one that loves chicken parm. I had a slab last night myself.
Buried in, and a big collision along the wall. Roger got it back after the contact from Castellan. Down for Hannafin in the corner. Got pressured there by Callahan. In behind, Klobuchar floated one for Roger.
Get it out.
One-timer and a good stick from Castellan, but his broke, so he bolts off to the bench.
That was going to be a dangerous chance. Castellan's block doesn't look too dramatic, but that was labeled for the near side.
And then Waugh was looking to feed a pass, but Petke broke it up. Here is Nick Waugh centering the fourth line. Kolasar protecting from Callahan. Work back for Hannafin. Dodging away from Petke. Slip one through for Waugh. Up to the half wall, separating, but harassed there by Elias Lindholm.
Come on, Bruins, get it out.
Chips this one to the line, but not out. Hannafin kept it alive for Kolasar. On his backhand and a good stick out near the line from Lindholm. Barbashev was able to touch up just in time. Pressured by Lindholm, who's been harassing him. He's moved it around. Callahan up the wall. Coyle tries to settle it, and does for the Bruins, banking ahead to Marchand. McNabb up the boards, and it goes out past neutral ice. Back into the Bruins' end.
One thing in this first couple of minutes, seeing the Vegas defense, when the Bruins break the puck out, they're going to pitch right down the wall. There has to be a direct pass open to the middle of the ice. One of the referees just came by and handed me another broken stick. It's like a lumber yard in here.
Here's a pass across. They score.
Hey! Told you.
From Theodore to tie
I told you they fucking choked.
Dorofeev has been all over it today. He's had 4 or 5
I know
really
the Bruins.
good scoring chances. His 23rd of the year, a patient finish to a gorgeous feed across the ice by Shea Theodore. Eichel into the zone. He pulls 2 defenders to him. When he stops and reverses, that opens up Theodore, who's jumping through the middle of the ice. Theodore's got 2 helpers, 41 on the season. He's 4th in the league.
Fucking McAvoy, of course.
Yep. Makar, Hughes, and Werenski. This feed is perfect, and Dorofeev makes it 3-3.
Set up by Shea Theodore, who will be on Team Canada. Entered today on pace for 69 points for the season, would be far and away a career high. And Dorofeev with his 23rd. Ken McDermott had said before the season that they expected for him to continue to blossom in his opportunity that he would get this season, and he's got another, and this game is tied at 3.
At 9 goals in January, really has a nice way around the net. He seems to be patient, waits for open ice, finds a little bit of open ice, and then he attacks the net. And he doesn't get there too quickly. He's not too late. He's had, as I said, 3 or 4 really, really good chances today, including that one where he waited on Swayman, but Swayman outweighted him, made the save. This time he beats him, and it's 3-3.
Okay, here we go.
For Saad, and he's got to retreat. Dorofeev have gone 4 games without a goal, but
They're gonna blow this fucking game.
8 goals in 9 games for the 24-year-old from Russia, who's back in the goal column and has knotted this game up. Patra lost the handle on the entry, and the Bruins reset with heat. Flipped ahead for Pasternak, stepping into space, and Pasternak got some pressure from Howden from behind. Barbashev lifted the stick, was working on it at center, and touched back by Trent Frederick to Pasternak. There's Frederick, the free agent to be for Pasta with a wrister from out high, gloved by Samsonov.
We'll take a look again at the Dorofeev tying goal, and as Jack Eichel enters the zone, both McAvoy and Wahlstrom attack Eichel. Wahlstrom doesn't belong there. He's got to turn and accept the rush of Theodore up through the middle of the ice. And as Wahlstrom makes that read and McAvoy makes the read, you've got 2 guys defending one, and clearly they get broken down.
With some patience from Jack Eichel with those 2 squaring up and drifting toward him. Set up Theodore, who found Dorofeev. Well, NHL stars from Canada, Sweden, Finland, and the United States compete for their country as we finally get the return of international best-on-best hockey. The 4 Nations face-off starts Wednesday, February 12th. ABC, ESPN, TNT, and this is the USA helmet for Jeremy Swayman. We got some Ricky Bobby on there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful mask. The goalies love getting their new gear, too. It's the, what else is there for a player? It's a helmet and gloves. That's pretty much it. The goalies can make a statement, and they're all pretty proud of what they have.
You big Will Ferrell guy, right? Who's not? Just really been tempted. Back to the line, the Bruins can
Shoot it, you fuck.
Space, put it back around for McAvoy.
Terrible.
For Frederick, who blew it up.
What the fuck are they doing?
Settles in for the Bruins, still in the ozone with Patra. Jabbed around for Pasternak, got cut out there in behind by White Cloud, and Portal dug it free.
They're gonna blow a 3-1 lead.
But interrupted by Laura.
They're gonna blow this game. You up?
Vegas controls and it's skated out by LeBlanc. Charlie McAvoy, he will play for his father-in-law, Mike Sullivan, as they're just added to the family. His wife Kylie and Charlie welcoming their baby boy Reese 2 weeks ago tomorrow. I can't wait to call Mike Grandpa. Loose puck around there by Rapier, but then swept out of there by Zadorov and jabbed ahead. And on the hop, McNabb looks in neutral ice, and a whistle stops play.
Hey, we're gonna get a power play.
Here in the third.
Vegas has come back down 3-1. A late second period goal by
Terrible.
White Cloud. Pavel Dorofeev makes it 3-3 here in the third.
ABC Hockey Saturday is presented by Hotels.com. Find your perfect somewhere in the Hotels.com app.
He looks down at his queen and says,
Au revoir, mon amour. Au bientôt.
"On that friend, shall we?"
Au revoir, mon amour. À bientôt. Au revoir, bientôt. À bientôt. Au revoir, mon amour. À bientôt.
Now search with AI Assistant in the Hotels.com app.
What's up, Carl Nation? It's your #1 broker with the best full-service wealth management skills in the biz.
Actually, I'm seeing something from Schwab.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Schwab lets you invest and trade on your own.
And if you want, they can even manage it for you.
Not to mention, Schwab has a team of specialists for taxes, insurance, and estate planning, all with low fees.
We're experiencing technical difficulties. Carl.
Schwab, a modern approach to wealth management.
On Chewy, save 35% and shop all your favorite brands. For any taste or any diet, at prices you love, delivered fast. For low prices, for life of pets, there's Chewy.
Launch a product. Get buzz. A lot of buzz. Realize you need help with all that buzz. Connect with a QuickBooks Live expert. Get expert help. Staff up. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks. Your way to money.
Back in Boston on this ABC Hockey Saturday. And welcome to the world, Reese Michael McAvoy. Charlie and wife Kylie, like we said, welcoming their son. So when Charlie scored last Saturday here at the Garden, the puck goes right next to Reese. And the line of the week, by the way, belongs to Brandon Carlo. I think he needs to have more babies because he's got 2 goals since having one.
It's amazing. Good for them. Congratulations. And
3-3.
there's nothing great. Nothing great.
Entire crew. Boyle. And then a sprawling Samsonov covers.
And the Bruins have just not generated much at all. The end period. That's just shot on goal. Sweet little pivot goal. Getting behind Braden Mapp. Coyle wants to snap this pass as hard as he can, so the deflection has a chance to get up into the top of the net. Well read and well played by Samsonov to knock away the latest Bruins chance.
Face off to the right of Samsonov, controlled by the
Shoot the puck.
Here is Charlie McAvoy, but he's fouled with a seam pass that got through from Pasternak. Wheeling, looking toward the back door. Geeky gloves it down, and then banned on it by Hay. Out high, Pasternak wheels, protects, and cycles it along for Geeky. Zaka tried to settle the bounce up, fighting with Nick Watt. Toward the line, McAvoy went reaching.
Got a skate, Boston.
Pressure there, one by Vegas, and Wise.
Oh, nice save, Swayman.
Well, Swayman answers Samsonov. Really good forecheck by Kolasar. Swayman had to be sharp. It looked like a Bruins possession. A second later, Swayman's got to make the stop.
In a 3-3 game because Pavel Dorofeyev tied it at 4:54 from Theodore and Eichel. And now 11:20 to go. Locked up in the final game for both these teams before the break for the Four Nations face-off. Patrick fell through toward the net, and Samsonov stops it.
Boston's gonna blow a fucking lead like this.
This plays just a simple one, and that's a chip into the corner where Kolasar gets to the puck first. He spins around as Lorai doesn't deny the pass, and inside of Zaka is Nick Waugh. And Waugh scored the other night in Jersey, had a chance for goals in back-to-back games. He couldn't get it up close enough to the post beyond the right shoulder of Swayman.
You see how good Vegas has been in third periods, not seconds, this season. They're tied at 3. The face-off to the right of Samsonov. Patra wins.
Shoot it.
Against Howden, and Samsonov makes the stop. Nikita is the third.
Holy shit. Shoot the fucking puck.
National calendar looks a little different nowadays. We do have tomorrow NHL Network, 1 o'clock, Lightning and Canadians, but then it's all about the Four Nations face-off. Starts Wednesday on TNT and Max, and then Thursday on ESPN. And Ray, you'll be a part of it.
Yes, we will. We'll take off on Thursday, the U.S. and the Finns, and the Finns will grind in that tournament. They do it every international tournament. They're always a little bit of the underdog, and they always are a pain to play against.
Bruce Cassidy said the other day, it's going to be a little weird coaching against some of his guys. He'll be a part of the Team Canada coaching staff. Moving in through the slot, Nick Waugh had that one right away from Nikita Zadorov.
The Bruins had a 3-1 lead late, or rather, the Bruins had 3-1 lead late in the second period. They gave up the late one. Swayman whiffed on White Cloud's shot. Look at what happens on the third goal, though. Shea Theodore steps to the inside of the ice and drives the middle lane. That's where the defense and the forward have to communicate. McAvoy's already committed to Jack Eichel, the puck carrier. That's not Wallstrom's guy. When Wallstrom turns there, that opens up Theodore. And now everybody's scrambling. They don't get to Dorothea, and it's 3-3.
and flicks it in. Theodore speeds back to it. He created that with his drive, and they got the feed from Michael. Now we're midway through the third. Still tied at 3.
Barbashev is frustrated. No goals in 15 games. And I think he's more frustrated that he didn't score rather than the puck hit him in the chin.
He's had his struggle since coming back after missing a month. Only 4 points in 13 games since returning in the middle of January. This one was wiped wide of its intended target, Saad, for icing on Vegas.
It's been a quiet TD Garden here for about an hour. They just haven't generated much offensively at all. Now they got an offensive zone face-off. And you know they're going to set this play up somewhere where Pasternak becomes the shooter. He'll go over to the board side where Zacha draws on his backhand. If Pasternak gets this, he's got one stride to a better scoring chance and a shot.
Here he is with one stride.
Oh, what a save.
It got partially deflected on the way in, but
Samsonov again.
Able to keep out David Pasternak.
It's a good reaction by Brandon Saad as that puck is going to come into the middle of the ice. Saad deflects the Pasternak shot. Samsonov the save and the cover, and it's still 3-3.
3-3. I think there's a little less than 10 minutes left in the third period. Bruins are up 3-1. Fucking let Vegas crawl back into this game. Oh my goodness, the Bruins. They fucking kill me. They're 4-0-4. Over 53 games. Today they're going to cough it up the game I watch. Swayman gave up one cheap one on a tough shot, though. I really don't blame Swayman. Swayman's saved over 30 shots. Bruins only have like 22 shots on net.
About taking 2 pass depending on their place in the standings. What I can tell you is they're listening to a lot right now, both the adding and subtracting. The guys that are getting a bunch of calls on, Frederick, Morgan Geeky, even Brandon Carlisle. And I know everyone wants to know, as this crowd gets a lot louder, what is going to happen to Brad Marchand, who's a pending UFA. Other teams I talked to don't believe that Boston would be willing to trade him, but I think we could have said the same thing about Mikko Rantanen 2 weeks ago, so you never know.
It's that time of the year, about a month out, for March 7th.
The players know they
Come on, Boston.
whether they say they do or not.
Face off in the Vegas end.
Media accounts that tell them who's on who's trade board, who's number 4 on the board, who's moving up, who's moving down. It's really an unsettling time, and the message, of course, is we'll just play, guys. But that doesn't always sink in.
Yeah! Oh, they called it off. Bullshit. For what?
Samsonov is still floating it up after the contact from Brad Marchand.
We saw right before the break a face-off win and a Pasternak shot. Here's another face-off win.
Oh my God.
Right into the blue paint.
Marchand made contact with the goalie. Barely. Fucking bullshit.
Our rules expert, former NHL referee Dave Jackson. Jax, how'd you see this one?
I saw it the same way Ray saw it. He got there on his own. There's no way this is a good goal. Goalie could not play his position. Boston can always challenge, say we disagree, but there's no way they're challenging that call.
at the Bruins bench.
Boston killing themselves.
And so nothing doing for the Bruins off the face-off.
Offside.
Offside whistle here with 9:33 to go in the third, and that has injected some life into the building.
And not much of an argument from either Marchand or the Bruins as Samsonov gets a little bit of an explanation. Probably wondering why it's not a penalty, I guess. But there's the goalie interference. Zadorov's shot goes off the post and in. And Petrangelo was pointing, saying, see, like that's interference. And the goalie thought it was interference and really became a pretty easy, straightforward call.
Puck sent in by the Bruins. Samsonov cuts it off, and Petrangelo, the 17th year of
Get back.
up the boards. Lugged ahead by Kolasar. Now Ron Bjerg in the slot with a shot. Blockered away by Jeremy Swayman. Frederick wraps up Ron Bjerg, who's still got his three to Waugh. Postat and Dahlstrom will chop that out down the ice. Hey, around past Kolasar. Ron Bjerg gets pressured by McAvoy. Inside of 9 minutes to play in the third from the Garden in Boston. Chenefin pressured by Pasternak. Got it past Zacha. McAvoy with a step collected by Eichel. Jack Eichel in a career season.
Uh-oh.
Eichel for Torfia, and he lifted it up.
Get it out, Boston.
Dug out by the Bruins, floated ahead and settled on the entry. This is Zacha on his backcheck, maneuvering past Whitecloud, met by Barbashev, pinned in the corner, back to the line.
Shoot it.
Carlo loads one up into the glove, gently, of Samsonov. Well, we showed you the wild card picture on the bottom of your screen a couple of moments ago in the East. The Bruins 1 point behind Detroit, who started the day with 2 games in hand. So this is what the odds have shifted like for the Bruins this season. Today, according to Stathletes, at 20% coming in.
This is exactly why you don't spend your time trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
You lose your mind. I mean, it's one day you're up, the other team loses, you think you're in a good position. Then they win 3 in a row, you lose 2, and you're not in a good position. The teams that really start to sting are the ones with teams in the but if one for the overtime loss or shootout loss, I mean, those ones really start to sting if you don't get them.
That time of the year, as you said, just put your head down, figure one game at a time, even with all the teams. That's something Joe Sacco mentioned to us a few times when we chatted with him pregame. Laura gets to it in the corner, emerging out of his own end, but he gets pressured along the wall by Vegas. Solid foul.
Look up. Come on, Boston.
Spin it around for Lindholm. Tees one up. Have that blocked by Braden McNabb, always swallowing shots on the back end for Vegas. Banked it out for LeBlanc. The youngster back for Brett Howden. He's had a career season as well. Maneuvering in, Zadorov chips it back along the wall. Approaching 7 minutes to go in the third. Passes out.
Go, you got Pasternak. Oh, what a save, Samsonov. Good job by Vegas' goalie.
Vegas on the rush.
3-3. 6:55 to go in the third. Here's Vegas. Behind the Boston net.
Harassing him in the corner. Sprung out to the half wall. Stone trying to keep possession. Instead, the Bruins are on it with Zacha at the end of his shift.
6.5 to go. 3-3.
Head back to the benches. Zacha and Pasternak miss on one side, Dorofeev and Stone on the other, and we're still tied at 3.
Zacha's trying to handle that from David Pasternak, who's created chances all over the place today for the Bruins. Approaching the final 6 minutes now. Kolasar through center. Wallstrom tried it free. Crowd has stirred the
Oh my God, he turned the puck over in his own end almost.
He turns away, banks it out toward the line. Met there by Patra. Good stick from Kolasar to settle it for neutral ice. Here's Keegan Kolasar, eluding Patra, who
Come on, Bruins.
The 24-year-old defenseman chips in, peels off for a change. Wet cloud. Cut off, but out to neutral ice, and now
Oh boy.
Vegas is in. Barbashev finds the door. Watt takes it back. Lost the handling through the slot. Here's McNabb with a shot. Traffic in front. Swayman handled. And then Marchand located the rebound.
They're going to blow this.
Wiggling in over the line with Saad.
Here we go.
Back to the line for McNabb. In behind. Juicy hot Saad's on it. Off of Zadorov. Picked up by the Bruins and dropped out back to Nikita Zadorov. Coyle to center. We need the final 5 minutes. Brought to you by Hotel.
Come on, Coyle.
Bruins win the puck with a shot flung wide by Elias Lindholm. Carlo spun it back around. Theodore gets to it. 4:45 remaining in a 3-3 game. Soccer back onto the ice, applying pressure on the forecheck. Eluded by Theodore, but stripped by Geeky. Back to head for Pasternak. Protecting, flips it in ahead, past Howden. Trangelo turns away from Zaka. Up the wall, Howden gloves. Was checked by Geeky, who floats it back in. Bruins touch up and head off for a change. Breakout pass up ahead for Howden. Sends it around. Loran cut it off. In behind past McAvoy. We've got 4 minutes without a whistle. Flutters over the line. Frederick raced to it, but pressured by Haig. Then here's Watt. Pulling up. Fires it in behind. Takes it care of. To the half wall for Kolasar. Remember, Vegas playing with 11 forwards since the very first shift of this game. Up to the throat of the veteran Victor Olofsson. Here's Rombier. Rombier with it. Yeah, shot to center.
Oh, my God. Get it out. They're going to blow it.
Didn't have it. Wow with a head fake. Hanifin swoops in. Off of Wastik. Loose in front.
Oh.
Stopped by Swayman on Rombier.
Swayman saves the day.
Swayman with a great stop to keep this game at 3-3. The Bruins had their chance. A 2-on-1. Mark Stone's back. Pasternak finds Zaka. It's in his feet. He chips it at the net, and Samsonov able to block it.
3-3, about 3 minutes to go in the third period. Boston blowing a 3-1 lead. If I watch UFC, it will only be the last fight. I'm not sitting through that bullshit. I ain't sitting through that whole card. No fucking way. That card's garbage. UFC should be ashamed of themselves with that card. Bunch of fucking scrubs. But I might cover the last fight of the night. We'll see. See how it goes. I'm going to do the Celtics-Knicks game at 8:40. And then when that's over, I'll probably hop over to UFC. But I'm not watching that whole crap card. No way. No way. Only thing I'll watch is Strickland. If I even watch that. See how I feel after the Celtics game. It's an awful card, Juice. It's just a waste of fucking time.
Even though you don't think you are, Swayman shot or deflects that shot. You see Beach go down in the corner. That thing was like a bullet. Went over there, hit him in the arm and hand, and you can see he's not using his right hand to get his bucket done up there. And now he's got to use it. Yeah, it doesn't want to, but he didn't have that tape on his fingers a little while ago.
3+ minutes to go in a 3-3 game in the third off the faceoff. Under the
whistle stops play here, and it looks like we've got a slash call.
Oh my God.
Outside the zone, the best view of it is Cody Beach, the official, and he's got a slashing penalty.
Boston 18 has 2 minutes for slashing.
Oh, Boston's gonna blow this.
Pavel Zacha.
Awful fucking penalty to take.
There's the slash into the hands of Dorofeev. You take the scoring chance away, the penalty gets called. So
they're gonna blow this game.
Third power play of the day.
They were up 3-1.
Period. It goes without saying here, 3 minutes left in a critical Vegas power play.
Dave Jackson confirming an hour here. Absolutely the right call. Pavel Zacha. And Vegas loads up the power play. 1 for 2 so far. 4th best in the league this season.
Remember, everything's going to go through Eichel's hands, and one thing we saw in the first period, they love that bumper play. The short pass into the bumper. Carlo's in the bumper spot. Eichel off the half wall. Another one wraps away from Carlo and got past Dorofeev, who's in that shooter spot on the opposite half wall for Vegas. Theodore dances back in, broken up, good stick, Elias Lindholm. Really good play. Vegas attacked with very little speed that allowed Lindholm to stay right up tight to the blue line, and he knocked down the pass and cleared it down the ice.
Eichel loads it up. The Massachusetts native for Dorofeev on the entry, back to Eichel, and then back out of the zone for Theodore. His first 40 seconds, nothing doing for the Golden Knights. Man advantage just yet. Carlo got back to the line for Theodore. Move for Stone. Stone buffs it up. Drifts into the corner. Plays it back for Theodore. Popped on him. He settles. And now Eichel. Shadowed by Martian. Eichel still with it. In the circle. Got it down low.
Swayman saved him again.
Still triggered. Still in the ozone here. Moved across Dorofeev. Still the shot.
Gotta get it out, Boston.
Carlo might have got a piece of it. Now Beecher, no stick for Boston. Dorofeev pass. Here is Theodore midpoint. Eichel now, top of the circle. Down low. Stone trying to stuff it home.
Hey, told you.
Dorofeev on the power play.
Told you they'd fucking blow it.
Has the lead.
Back from 3-1, the Golden Knights take their first lead of the afternoon. 2 chances for
Fucking scrubs.
turned aside. Beecher's without a stick. And so that
Fucking guy loses his stick
defend.
on a fucking penalty kill.
Oh, there's a little bit of contact. The helmet of Stone, the helmet of Swayman, well, shoulder of Stone, helmet of Swayman. And Dorofeev puts this into the net.
Pathetic. They suck.
Dave Jackson, what are you thinking about this?
I'm thinking this is something that I think would be a valid challenge for Boston. Now,
They're gonna challenge it. There was contact.
you're allowed incidental contact if you're the puck carrier in a battle, a loose puck in the crease. He loses the puck, it goes across, and he makes contact in the blue. I think, first off, they have to make a call on the ice. I don't think the referees have decided what the call on the ice is yet.
They just said goal.
Hear what they said.
They just said goal.
The call on the ice says there was no goal interference. We have a good goal.
I think this is a 100% challenge, Jax, given the time
You gotta challenge it.
for the Bruins.
There's a minute 40 to go.
Would you agree? I absolutely agree with you, Ray. I think you got nothing to lose here. I think you have to go for it. There's contact. He gets there on his own. He's no longer the puck carrier. Right there, it goes off his stick. Now he's no longer the puck carrier. Makes contact in the crease. I think this would be a good challenge. I think their chance of winning this challenge is fairly good.
Yeah, they're going to challenge. They just came across and said to the Vegas bench.
Jax, let me ask you this. You said you're allowed as a puck carrier some incidental
They did
contact.
hit him.
How much after the fact, when the puck is off of Stone's stick, is he still allowed, if any, contact with Swayman?
Right, incidental contact is usually when it's a loose puck in the crease and players are battling for it. That's not just the goaltender's puck. Anybody can battle for a loose puck.
Hey, you know what? They took a goal away from Boston take one away from them. Same fucking thing. He did hit him with the helmet while he was going to make a save.
Raymond and his helmet. I think this goal's coming back personally. The more I look at it, Jax, I'm with you. It's right there. The contact is. It's
Boston gets screwed here. I'm gonna be pissed.
like not pushed by Boston. He's clean to go through. He's okay to go through the crease. You just can't run into the goaltender. And I think that's what I agree will be the last result of this.
Another look at it.
He
here.
ran
You
into
see
him.
The contact to the head and the effect it has on Jeremy Swayman. And gosh, this has kind of been the year of goaltender interference. We saw the one getting wiped off earlier on the other end with Samsonov, who wanted a penalty as well. Jax, we go back to you. What are you looking at now?
Well, the one unknown here, Mike, is there's a part of the rule that says can he prevent him from playing his position. So it comes down to a judgment call. They might feel he was never getting to that puck. That's the one unknown. But here we go.
After video review, it was determined that there was goaltender interference.
Boston got lucky there. There was interference, barely. Goal does not count. 3-3, 1:41 to go. 32 seconds left on the power play.
Meeting as the challenge was going on. Everybody gets some rest. This is like the start of the power play again. So remember, Eichel, bumper spot. Two most dangerous plays for Vegas and for the Bruins. If it gets to Eichel, watch them crowd that bumper spot. That's the dangerous player.
Get it.
Won by the Bruins.
Zadorov and the Bruins not one. Interference, and then Stone does the same. Still 3-3.
Offsides?
Eichel moves in now.
Nope.
Peeling back out high with 13 seconds to go. Theodore.
Get it out.
Within midpoint. Shea Theodore. To Mark Stone. Back to Eichel. Eichel with it. Colonel in the bumper spot. Eichel scanning. Colonel turns.
Fucking gave it up anyway. Scrubs.
Vegas has the lead.
This is really close on the entry. The Bruins bench had their arms up in the air when Eichel entered the zone. It was really close.
He was offsides. Looked like offsides to me.
Talked about the bumper spot and how Vegas uses it so efficiently. Coyle is a little slow to get over there. Eichel's able to complete the pass, and he
Fucking
doesn't deny the shot. This
McAvoy.
goes over the pad, under the glove.
Again.
Here's this entry. It's okay. Oh, it's close too, isn't it? Dorofeev, who's not going to get a point, made this play
Offside.
dragging his leg, the awareness to stay onside. And with 1 second left
Oh, he's in.
the power play, Jack Eichel, Thomas Hertz,
Well, he wasn't offside.
and it's
Good job.
4-3 Vegas.
I told you they'd blow it.
Wow, how about the swings in these last few minutes as
Told you.
Bruins scores his 21st. 10 of them on the power play. Swayman goes out to the bench. Right away, Stone, the post. Stone sprints.
They pull the goalie and hit the post. Oh my God.
Who tried to clear out Brett Howden in a last-ditch effort.
Bruins pull the goalie, turn the puck over. The fucking Knights put one off the fucking post. And then the Bruins get caught with Pasternak tripping somebody. Now they're shorthanded with 50 seconds to go. Down by 1. They had a 3-1 lead. Fucking awful. This is why I don't cover the Bruins.
Bruins end. And they put Theodore and Pietrangelo. This isn't their normal power play set, but really, you don't care if you score here. You're just
That's why I don't cover hockey.
lead. No reason to shoot the puck for Vegas at this point.
Vegas was looking for a goal to be awarded out of it, but there was another defenseman in the way, so that's the reason. It is 2 defensemen, Pietrangelo and Theodore, with 45 seconds to go. Vegas up by 1 after trailing 3-1. Broken up on a pass from Stone for Eichel.
What a choke.
For the Bruins. Lindholm sprinted to it. Kept in by Saka. Pass eluded McAvoy when diving for it. Lindholm checks Stone into the boards. Moving forward. McAvoy had it deep through, and this one sails high. Bounces down. Stone swatted at it. It goes down the ice toward the Bruins' end. Eichel with 6 seconds to go off a stick. Petrangelo collects. Soaking time off the clock. And Vegas taps it in right at the end. Clock Shea Theodore looking to see if he got it there in time. And Vegas comes from behind regardless to take down the Bruins in Boston. Down 3-1. What a road
Fucking
win
bums.
for the Vegas Golden Knights. They score with 33 seconds left in the second period. And then score the winner on the power play late in the third for the Bruins. No points in New York on Wednesday despite a good game. A 1-goal loss again. And that seems as they...
Fucking scrubs. Blow a 2-goal lead in the third period. Fucking, I called it. I told you guys it's what the Bruins do. That's why I can't stand them.